I hear you. All right. Yeah. What's up? It's me, Ryan,
Hello.
again. Don't say anything. Should we start over? Can we hear? Can we? Are we hear?
I
Are we
thought
hearable now? So
you
they
okay?
hear me, but not you. All
Oh,
right.
okay.
Yeah. What's up? It's me,
I
Ryan,
Hello.
turned
again.
off my
Should we
microphone.
start
Sorry.
over? Can we hear?
Sorry,
Can we?
guys.
I
Are we
thought
hearable now?
I think it's good now.
Hey, I'll go with me.
Wait a second, I'll be switched to my main language. Bojiću, brate, da li se ja sada dobro čujem?
So
you
they
okay?
hear me, but not you. Yes, of
Oh,
course.
okay.
Yeah.
And the problem is fixed. Okay, let's start over. Hello, my gaming family, and welcome to first Biomutant stream. Tonight we have a special guest, my friend and colleague, content creator Ryan. Say hello to Ryan and
Hello. It's
thank you,
me, Ryan.
thank you for coming, bro.
Yeah, no problem.
Uh,
Weird time difference we're working on, but it's
yeah,
we
definitely
managed we managed
6 hours
it.
between our time zones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we managed it though. It's okay.
it was hard, but at the end we managed.
Well, yeah, no,
So
that was like a week of us doing that, I think. A week of us going back and forth. I'm like, when are you
more than a
free?
week,
When
I
are you
think.
free?
I think
Yeah.
more than a week, about 10 days at least.
Yeah.
So
It's all right.
I found Ryan about a couple of weeks ago when I was searching for some new Biomutant content, and then his video, that video now have at least 100k views. Yeah, am I right?
Yeah, pretty close. I not exactly, but that very close. It was crazy because like I think I've told you this, when we before we were streaming. Like I did one video and it did pretty well, and then I think I took like a week or so away from Biomutant. I did like another video, then I did another Biomutant video, and like I'm literally going crazy looking. I'm like, all of a sudden it just starts like literally like blowing up, and it was nuts to just
Yeah,
see that
but
because I'm
video
not
is
used
great.
to that up
By the
until.
way, video is great. By the way.
Yeah.
So anyway, guys, the link of his channel will be in the description of this stream. So check him out and give him proper support.
Oh, thank you.
So there has been a lot of new infos lately about Biomutant and the things about that game going crazy.
Yeah.
After long silence, the development starts 4 years ago, I think. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
am I right?
remember exactly. I don't remember
In
exactly, but you might
2017, I think.
you're probably right. I'm just saying I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, and there has been a complete silence until a few months ago. Yep, and
Yeah, I think February.
yep, and they starting to throwing information on us almost every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, you guys, if you are following our channels, you can see that we have been covering almost every information so far, and the last information we have is yesterday's PewDiePie stream. Yeah, PewDiePie streamed yesterday about for 3 hours, and in that stream we could see some completely new informations about the game, and I thought we could watch and and react on that stream and react on gameplay or new gameplay, completely new gameplay together, because I missed that stream and I saved it for my I saved the reaction for my stream. Yeah, for tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of put myself on a bit of a Biomutant blackout until we got a little closer to launch. Um, so that's part of the reason why I didn't watch it, but I was like, all right, you want to look at it, we can while we're here.
Yeah.
So,
So let's check that stream. Let's
all right.
see something about it. And, wait. it is hard because my second monitor is broken, so I switched the second monitor on my TV, which is behind me, and I need to switch my head
Hey, no problem.
to see
I
what's going on
I'm
with the
not
second monitor.
I am not judging you, my friend. You do what you need to do.
Yeah, definitely. And I haven't streamed for a while, so it's really hard for me to come back on streaming. Okay, let's.
Define your character starting attributes.
I will
Okay,
skip
to
the
see more
ending
detailed
of
explanation of what.
Define your genetic structure.
and see some character creation.
Oh, you don't like Dum Dum? Don't hate on Dum Dum. How dare you?
Yeah.
He's just been conceived.
Is it loud, guys?
I can randomize it. Oh, big brain, huge brain, but so strong. Oh, this is trippy, dude.
So.
What do we
Character
want?
creation section is really nice.
Oh, cool. There's a different genetic code for each one.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember this.
So small brain.
I remember
But why
I think there was a
brain
channel
large
I
when
found. I think the guy's
body's
name was
strong?
Norza.
Hey?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he actually he found like on like this Japanese site.
Yeah, no, it was post on Reddit, I think.
Yeah, so yeah, he found it on like this Japanese site.
Yeah.
Or something that I mean, well, yeah, he found it on this Japanese site or whatever, and he translated it over, and then he had all that information available basically.
Yeah, it was
so-
like instant video from him.
Yeah, and I was like, damn, I gotta do another video like about it, and I didn't reference him in the video just to make sure like I wasn't like
Yeah.
coming out here be like I made it up myself or decided it, but yeah.
Oh,
So then
it
a couple
is
days
always
later,
good to give credits when you use someone's video and stuff like that. But I saw that video you made, and I also covered that information, that Japanese information. But 2 days after that, we got completely translated in English from the developers themselves.
well, yeah, that's part of the thing, right?
Yeah. Be
Isn't it?
first.
That's part of it.
Yeah, be first.
Yeah. No, that's
So-
part of it. I was like, I did the video. I'm like, damn, I should have waited like 2 days. I would have had like the official information.
Yeah. Okay. I have some comments that they hear you really well, but I'm completely silent. I think they don't hear me well, so I need to check.
Can you
my
turn up
microphone.
the gain on your mic?
Good already. I like that.
Choose your detail color.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
Okay, we can. Yo, guys, you see the PewDiePie stream in the background. I hope. Yo, Ryan.
Yeah, I hear you. I see
you
you.
you see that stream?
Yeah.
So, anyway, I'm definitely going to play Cyphrix. Definitely, it is my favorite. Cyphrix or Saboteur, but I think I will play Cyphrix. What about
Yeah,
you?
that's actually. Yeah, I haven't decided yet. I feel like it's one of those things like once I get into it, I'm definitely gonna know. But I tend to like I don't know I tend to like play like more of a warrior class in like role playing games, and like that's just like by nature. I'm always telling myself in
Yeah.
games like I'm gonna play a mage this time or like a rogue character, but then I always end up playing the same one.
Yeah, it's easy
But the
to play
Cypher definitely looks cool.
a slasher.
Yeah.
So I don't
But
know,
yeah, I mean-
I like Cyphrix, how they look.
Yeah,
how
no,
they
the
work.
animation is hysterical.
Dude,
That's like
definitely. That's the best part.
yeah, that's so funny.
We can see some starting gameplay, starting zone. So what is this? I don't know. And graphics looks absolutely amazing, bro. I know about you, but this looks stunning.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it does.
Yeah, that's the best. Maybe the best thing related to this game. It's how they approach to that post-apocalyptic genre. You know, you have Stalker games, you have I know Fallout games. They are all post-apocalyptic genre games, but and Biomutant is also post-apocalyptic game. And but the way they approach to that post-apocalyptic genre is really amazing.
Yeah, yeah, that's definitely something I'm not used. It's definitely unique. That's what I'll say. You know, I think it's a new it's new too. Like I think we're all used to just having I don't know, I feel like we're used to just like sequels and all these other stuff, but like I'm happy to that we're getting something that's kind of like brand new in a
Yeah,
way.
definitely. It's a something unique so far.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. I definitely feel also because I mean you've been following it as much as I have. There's just so like even this some of this stuff that's here, I I like I have no idea. Like this is the first time I'm seeing it. So I feel like for as much as they have been talking about it and showing, there's still so much that they haven't shown.
Yeah, definitely. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Yeah.
Like this looks here like they're describing like this looks here like in his stream that they're does the game like describing like how the alignment works or you know the light versus dark.
Yeah, you and some basic stuff like you saw that moment
Let's
when
see.
hitting
Yeah, he got
Zelda.
dark aura or something. Okay.
Yeah. I saw the post on Twitter on the THQ on Biomutant official Twitter page, and after the PewDiePie stream, they posted like the poll. You watch the stream and now it's your time to decide which path will you follow, light aura or dark aura.
Do you know which path you're gonna follow?
I don't know. I still don't know, but I wanna go like good guy, but
Well,
sometimes
one Yeah, well, one of the things that I said in my one of my videos is that I get a little worried about like having a morality system in games because I think sometimes it can make a lot of the choices you make seem very binary.
yeah.
Like it's making the choice, like it's almost like oh, it's one or the other. Like sometimes there's shades in between.
I
So
yeah, but I don't know.
yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong. It's just like that's something I always think about when it comes to
I
like
think
alignment.
that morality system will definitely affect the game whole gameplay and how will story s- develop. And I don't know.
Yeah, I
I
guess I
had
mean just more
experience
like.
in I don't remember, maybe it was in Fable games. They have that morality system, I think, and it was really affecting the whole gameplay and the story and the ending and everything. So I think
Yeah.
that's good thing. You choose
Yeah,
the
I
way
mean,
you wanna play and
I
how develop the story and the
yeah,
game
no,
will
I mean,
develop.
yeah, no, definitely. I just feel like, I'd rather just, sometimes I feel like I'd rather just get the choices, in my opinion. Like, I'd rather just them give me the choices,
Yeah,
as opposed
that's the
to,
point of RPGs.
no, I know, I mean, I'm saying I'd rather them just give me the choices, as opposed to, like, classifying them as one way or the other, because I think there's definitely cases you can make where some choices are not necessarily good or bad. They're
Yeah,
just kind of in between. Like I think Mass Effect, for example, is famous for that. You know, it has Paragon and Renegade, but it has also, you know, it classifies everything as Paragon and Renegade, but it also like you can also make the argument for some of the Renegade options that like it was the best option you had based on the information you had at the time.
yes.
Um,
But by the
so,
way,
you know,
I still didn't try the Mass Effect game, and I am really short of time, but I will try to find some time to play the game. I
yeah,
watched
that's
your
awesome.
video and I watched your reaction, and I think it's really great. The game looks
Yeah, yeah,
really
I'm
promising,
excited.
really great. Anyway, I saw the information let's say it's not information. A guy left a comment on my last video, and he said, let me check, that the developers just confirmed that there will be a level scaling in game. Yes, so that's some new info. There will be a level
Oh,
scaling. Yeah,
in Biomutant?
yeah, in Biomutant, there will be
Okay.
level scaling in
Oh,
game.
so like I get you go to area and it kind of like scales to your level or whatever.
I think it will work that way. So
Okay.
if you are under level and go to another zone where is high level, the NPCs will scale to your level, or you will scale to theirs. I don't know how it will work.
Okay. Yeah. I think a lot of games
I
have
don't like that because that will ruin the progression. I don't know. So everyone will be your level all the time.
yeah, I suppose so. I think I don't know. I mean I guess that's fair. I don't know if I've ever seen like an example of like level scaling where it's been like completely like satisfying.
Yeah,
Because even if you play like Borderlands, you go to areas and and some of them are just like way under level. Even if they scale up, you don't scale up to the next playthrough. So I guess what you're saying is that like you'd rather there be like, yeah, you want to be able to go back to certain areas and just like have be, under leveled or whatever.
yeah. If you want to go before you're able, you will be, let's say, fucked up. So
Yeah.
it's I, the game need progression. So why you will not have the desire to progress if you can just go from zone to zone and everybody will be your level. I look at on that way.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm not. Yeah. I'm
Maybe I'm
not.
wrong. Maybe it will be completely different. And
Yeah. No. I mean, we could all be wrong. I mean, the one thing I've also tried saying a few times in my videos, I'm like, hey, the game looks really good. Biomutant, it looks really good, but it could also easily just not be good when we play it. So I said, just keep that in mind. Like if we get it and it's not good,
yeah,
I'm gonna
as
tell
far as
you
I
it's not
could
good.
as far as I could see so far, it's it looks good.
I
The gameplay
yeah no I
itself looks good.
yeah no
So
I mean I have yeah no I have no reason to believe it's not gonna be good. Don't misunderstand. I'm just saying that I would be surprised if it's not good. At least bare minimum good, but it also could be bad. It's
so
no
the
hate on
team
the
that sent
developers or
behind the
what they
title
did.
is
It could be.
Experiment. Yeah, the team that sent behind the title is Experiment 101. They're a really small team. It's actually an indie developer made of 20 people, and they took more than they thought they will need time. So they
Yeah.
took 4 years to develop this game, and it looks really great considering that there is 20 people working on that game.
Well, I think also in that time that they were silent, they said that they had a lot of that they were given enough time by THQ, their publisher,
Yeah,
to kind of like work on the game. So they even ended up like expanding the game beyond what they initially were going to do.
yeah,
So like they said, I think the studio head, I don't remember his name off the top of my head, he said something like along those lines, how like the game just kind of expanded in development. And while they were spending the last like year and a half or so like just quashing bugs, like before that they were also even just like expanding the script. Like they went from like a script, I think he said, of like, I don't know, like 20,000 words to like 100,000 words, something like that.
yeah. I like the narration part in the game. That is always great thing when it
Yeah,
comes
and
to
that's
gameplay to
yeah,
storyline.
well, that was the thing too. When they said that, part of me, as you know, it's like was a little concerned because I was like, oh no, is this gonna be like annoying? Like they're gonna be telling me where to go and what to do at all times.
Maybe in the
But
beginning.
yeah, no, that's one of the things that they said. They said like it's actually going to dissipate. Like they're not the as you learn more, like the character, it's not gonna like as you get more information or as you play the game more, like it's gonna not give you as much. Like it's not gonna give you as much narration.
Yeah, there will be narration related to story and not the narration how to play games. So like on the beginning there was some, you need to know a few tips before you start the game. And
Yeah, because I mean, there's definitely an argument to be made that sometimes you can have like narration in games. It's a little overbearing. And it's like, I'll give you, I can give a quick example. It's like if you ever play Crackdown, like specifically, I played Crackdown 3, I think this past year.
yeah.
My God, that guy will not shut up. He will not shut up. Literally every 5 seconds you're not doing something, like every minute or so you're not doing something, he's like telling you what to do, and you're like, dude, I get it, but I'm just playing the game. Like, leave me alone.
Yeah, it can be annoying sometimes. I didn't play that game, but I played the Immortals Phoenix
You're not missing
Rising.
anything.
Immortals Phoenix Rising from Ubisoft. And
Yeah, so I think that one's a. I've heard good things about it, but it's never really.
it's really great. It's really great game. I covered it for quite some time, and it's it is something like this. It is cartoony, it's action RPG. It's really good. You need to try it. And there is narrator in that game too. So from time to time, and they turned that Greek mythology
Yeah.
on funny way. So the narration was really funny in game, and I hope I will see that kind of narration in this game too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like I said, no reason.
yeah,
Yeah. No reason to believe it's gonna. I don't have any. I'm not even trying. I'm not trying to be devil's advocate even here. Just saying like I have no reason to believe it's going to be bad at all. Just saying like there's certain things that like I know in games if they're not done well, like narration. But like now it looks sound. I think it's probably gonna be good. It's probably gonna be fine. Um, I'm just saying as long if it's not as long as it's a pretty low bar. As long as they're not as annoying as it was in Crackdown 3, I think we'll be solid.
yeah. I'm not expecting anything, but I'm hoping for the best because
Yeah, and of course that's all we can do.
yeah,
I just say that just to not so people aren't surprised when like it comes out and it's like not exactly how we thought it would be. Like don't be surprised if like we have a different opinion on it than we do now. But again, yeah, looks really good.
yeah. I
Excited.
don't know. I have been tracking this game for quite some time, and because of my primary job and because of my family, I don't have a lot of time like I used to play the games. And when I have some time, I want to have to spend that time really quality time. And
Ah, come on, man, blow them off. Just kidding.
I, I I don't know. I just hope that this game will be as what I expected. As what I expect.
Yeah,
Sorry,
and
sorry
like
for my English, guys. It's not my main language, and sometimes it's really hard for me to speak it.
yeah, and like I said, I no reason to believe it's not going to be good.
Yeah. From what we
But
saw
yeah, I
so
know
far, it
martial
have a
arts
little,
like
it's
combat and stuff I think is really cool.
yeah, it have a lot of potential. It's really fast. It's really fast. I'm watching right now, and it looks really fast. The combination.
Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. I was like thinking about that. I was like, wow, I kind of like sometimes you ever feel like you just want to pick up like a quick game and just like play something like that's like really fast and like fluid.
Yeah,
That's kind of like
like I mentioned in some of my videos, it it's really reminds on some hack and slash game. Definitely, it reminds on, I don't know, maybe it reminds me on Devil May Cry. It's really fast, that
yeah,
kind fast.
they've said that too. They've
Yeah,
said that like oh, it's kind of
it's
like a genre mix.
yeah, and the combination switching between melee and ranged weapons and that kung fu moves or wang fu moves as they say. It looks really smooth and fluid.
I also like every time there's like shooting or like like some kind of action, there's like those words that pop up above the actions in the screen. It's almost like this like comic book kind of vibe to it.
Yeah, that's a great thing.
Yeah, and it's like I said, I think in a reply to someone said on one of my videos, I was looking at it and I was like, they basically said like, oh, it looks like like see this is I don't think I've seen this before too. I don't think I've seen the menu what it looked like before. Looks really cool. Anyway,
Anyway,
someone said in my video was like, oh, it looks like a bunch of mix of a bunch of different games, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, for
yeah,
sure.
it looks like a mix of a couple of genres. It's hack and slash. It's with the Devil May Cry looking combat. It's action RPG with completely open world. I don't know. Is there loading screens between the zones or something like that? I haven't seen that so far.
Yeah,
Haven't seen that so far. But if there is no loading screens, that would be really great. Definitely
yeah,
really great.
that's one of the things I noted in when I was playing when I was playing Mass Effect Legendary
Yeah,
Edition.
yeah.
Um, because I picked it up on Friday and I literally like played it
Sorry.
all weekend and because I didn't do anything. Literally, I didn't do anything else all weekend. I was telling my friend, I'm like, you could tell because I beat the first game already, and
Yeah.
you could tell that's like how much time I put into it this weekend. But that was one of the things I noted is like that it's just so one. It's like the loading times are like so much better, and uh,
Uh,
like when I played Miles Morales on like my PlayStation 5.
yeah.
Like I was blown away by it because for one reason being um it was just so like it just everything it was just so smooth
Yeah.
and like the way that it
No.
is loaded into game like no loading screens whatsoever.
That's the best part when the game is open world and don't have loading screens between zones or when you enter the city or something like that. If you don't have a loading screen, there is a completely different look on that open world system.
Yeah. And also I look at it like I don't know if have you played the Outer Worlds?
Yeah, I tried it. I haven't
Yeah.
finished it, but I tried it.
Yeah, so one of the things that I felt about so one of the things that I felt when it came to that is that like when I played it because I played it on PlayStation 4 to begin with, the loading times were abysmal. It was like over a minute or two to get into like your ship. And I was like, I said I can't. This is ridiculous. But then I continued playing it on my PlayStation 5 when I got one, and it was 10 times better.
Yeah,
Like night and
maybe
day.
the how to say the port for the PS4 is not that good, and it needs more time to load the scenes and stuff like
Yeah, no,
that. I don't know.
definitely.
I don't play games on the consoles. I am strictly a PC player.
Hey, but more power to you.
Yeah,
Probably better off.
I don't know. I never like to play on consoles. I don't know why, but
Yeah,
I don't feel feel comfortable with the controller.
hey, that's fine. I'm not no judge. Just that's typically where I've always played my games.
Yeah, my best friend use controller for almost every game he plays.
Yeah, even when I play some games on like my PC, I'll use a controller. Like I think, when I play like last night I was playing a little bit of Battlefront with my friend on PC and I use a controller.
Don't listen to these guys.
Yeah,
Controller
don't
sucks.
listen to me. Yeah.
Controller sucks. Just kidding. Everyone have their own way.
Yeah, except my
Anyway,
way's the best.
let's keep some parts of this PewDiePie's live stream and let's check something about crafting. Can we find something about crafting because the developers say that there will be literally tons of weapons in the game, and from what I could see so far, I think it will be that way. It will be true. There will be literally tons of weapons, so you can mix anything you find in the world and and create a weapon of your choice.
Yeah, I
Almost
hope so.
anything you find. Yeah, the crafting will be really deep, I think.
Yeah, I hope so.
So, like I mentioned in my last video, you will be able to craft, I think, both melee and ranged weapons, and to be able to craft melee weapon, you will need minimally two parts: the
Yeah.
base and the handle, and you will be able to attach more attachments and add-ons to that weapon if you find them, of course, in the world. And same is with ranged one. You will need a handle, a base, and a muzzle, I think,
Yeah.
to create a weapon, and you can attach almost anything with that weapon later.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I didn't see any of that myself because like I said, I put myself up until this stream. I put myself on kind of like a blackout for as much as I could do. Um, and so I did that. I did as best as I could.
Yeah.
So, that's all good news. I don't. Speaking of PC, before I don't know if you saw. I think they shared a video. I think it was IGN did a video yesterday or the day before of like PC gameplay.
I think I saw that. Let me check. Wait a second. IGN. Official. Hello. I muted official PlayStation 4 Pro and Xbox One X gameplay 2 days ago.
Oh, I thought there was. I thought I saw one that's a PC gameplay.
It was from THQ Nordic. Yeah, it was from THQ Nordic. They released three videos. One is for. Let me check. Wait a second. Yeah, one is Biomutant gameplay footage from PC. One is from PlayStation 4 and Xbox One X, and one is gameplay footage from PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Three videos in a row, 3 days ago.
Okay.
Yeah,
They
so
actually, I gotta say, I really respect that they have all those videos out because, if you recall, that's kind of what happened with Cyberpunk is that they refused to show this game on anything but like preview builds or they didn't even give review codes out until they only give it to like PC, and like it was just very suspicious thing, you know.
yeah,
So, and I actually respect the fact that they're showing it on all the consoles.
to be honest with you, bro, I don't, really don't have the opinions about Cyberpunk and about CD Projekt Red, because I'm really fan of CD Projekt Red and their work. My favorite game of all times is Witcher series, and I was I thought that Cyberpunk will be a masterpiece, a new game of decade, like it was Witcher 3. And when I saw what they did, I was like, nah, bro, I will not play it. I will not.
Hey, yeah, preserve preserve your
I
opinion,
tried the
yeah.
game. My friend, my friend gave me access on his Steam account to try the game. I don't have game. I didn't bought the game, and I tried the game. I saw all the bugs. I saw how it works, and to be honest with you, I expected more, much more from them.
Yeah, I mean,
The hype was really amazing. The
yeah.
hype was good.
You know, definitely. I also like. I'm also not one of those people that's like, not to get on the tangent of Cyberpunk, but I was also not one of those people who's like done with them. I'm like, I think they need to do better, obviously,
Yeah,
but
they tried something that they cannot do.
well, the only like my thought was basically like they needed to give it more time.
Definitely. And the audience will would understand if
They would have
if they,
gotten over it, yeah. They would have gotten over it. But point being is that like I like that THQ in this scenario is showing all those versions of the game because then basically it just puts the consumer in a better position because then they can decide which version they want to get.
Yeah, definitely. They care about the audience. I think. I hope they care about the thoughts of the audience, and so there are literally tons of information and updates lately. They're trying to communicate with their audience on Twitter, on Discord, and on Reddit.
Yeah.
So I really hope that this game will fulfill all our expectations.
Yeah, I think it's gonna my original my idea was basically like that I mean I don't know if it will, but I think the game's probably gonna surprise some people. Whether it's good or bad, but it's definitely gonna surprise some people, I think.
Yeah, there will always be a haters and the guys who expected something, I don't know, something great or something innovative and new, but all in all, I think there will be a much more people that will like this game than dislike. I don't know how to say.
Okay. Yeah.
More satisfied people than opposite ones.
Yeah, and like I said, I haven't even checked out though any of those videos and stuff of like all the different gameplay because I feel like I don't know about you, but for me I get to a point with a game where I'm like I've seen enough. I think I'm ready.
I
I'm
don't.
gonna get it.
I
So
yeah. I don't want a lot of spoilers before I try the game.
like obviously like we know about this game, but it's more like it's more like oh this is a
Yeah.
okay, I've seen the map. Anyway. Yeah. Um it's just one of those things that like I know I'm gonna get this game and I'm
Definitely on the
probably
release day.
yeah, I'm
Same
probably gonna
moment.
get it. I'm probably going to at least at bare minimum enjoy it. So, you know,
Yeah.
we'll see.
As
But
far as I
that
could
does make
see so far, I think we will enjoy definitely from what
yeah,
I
I mean
know.
the yeah, no, and I'm like yeah, like I said, like I'm really glad that they are showing it on different consoles. Um because like I said, like if you are like that tells me that they're confident in the game and the product. So if you're confident in the game, then you'll show it wherever anyone wants to see it.
Yeah. Don't be too confident. Yeah. Like CD Projekt Red was.
Yeah.
Don't be that
Well,
confident, please.
yeah. Well, yeah, they got a little smug there. Yeah.
Anyway, I try to watch and to learn every new information and every leak and every rumor and everything because I'm a content creator and I want to cover everything about that game. But on the other side, I don't want to know everything. Personally,
Yeah.
I wanna skip. I don't want to watch all the gameplays or and everything related to game to ruin my experience, my personal experience. I will
Yeah.
cover
Hey,
that
that.
game. I will cover Biomutant from day one. Definitely, I will do a lot of streams probably, and I will do make a lot of tips and guides. But personally, before the release, I don't want to ruin all the experience by watching gameplays and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm always of the opinion of like. I'm always of the opinion of like once you get to a certain point, do a blackout.
Yeah, definitely.
Um, yeah,
Close your
that's why
eyes.
like I almost did a video the other day, just like me reacting to like some of these like gameplay trailers and stuff.
Yeah, I
But I
saw
was
that.
like, no, you know what? I'm not gonna. I almost did, yeah, but I almost did another one, and I was like, no, you know what? It's okay.
Yeah.
Like I don't have to be on top of this game every single time something comes out.
I'm trying to keep up with the old informations, but there is out there is a lot of bigger channels and more popular channels that covering this game, but bro, I'm trying my best.
Well, yeah, that's the hard thing too, right? When it comes to these games, is that you're really interested in it, and you want to cover it, and you want to be current, but at the same time, it's like if you're not gonna either get a code for it every single time, or you're not gonna get like early information or whatever, and it's hard, especially if you have like another job or something,
Yeah, it's definitely.
where because especially when you first start out, because you don't have anybody working on your content except for you.
Yeah, you.
So I mean, I'm sure some people like have they can maybe pay for an editor, but
Yeah,
me, like, I don't. I
some
edit
bigger
everything.
channels have a few editors and script writers and stuff, but when you are alone, in
Yeah,
my
you do what you
case,
can.
I need at least 2 to 3 days to make a watchable video, not to mention when I'm making a longer video. It takes time. It definitely takes time.
Yeah,
So
yeah, no,
I'm
I
trying my best to keep up with informations.
yeah. You got to mix it. It's a mixture of like, got to keep up with the information, but also like maybe we shouldn't.
Yeah, but
Maybe we shouldn't.
as a fan, from what I could see so far, and I have been tracking the game from the moment it was announced back in 2017. Uh, what I could see in trailers and stuff, I'm really hyped about game, and I really hope that the game will be great as I expect. So when I'm making videos, I'm not making videos to get more subscribers or views or turn money and stuff. I'm making videos to spread the word, to try to
Yeah,
reach to
then
people, to pay attention on this especially these developers and this game.
right. Yeah,
That's
definitely, and
my
that.
that's
Yeah.
my way of thinking, because okay, it's I will make a video about some new information first. The video will blow. I will earn some money and stuff. But in this case, when it comes to Biomutant, I'm really trying to spread the word and to inform more people about this game. So
Well,
when I'm making video, my every video starts with basic infos, and I say, if you know everything about this game, skip this part, and where I'm talking about some basic infos, because there is a tons of people out there that don't know anything about Biomutant, haven't heard so far, and I'm trying to reach those people.
yeah, I definitely think when I first started talking about the game, or like when I first did my first video about it, I was very surprised at the response, because what people don't know on behind the scenes is that I had been working. I've been like teased, like making having this idea of making a video for a while, because it got a release date, and then I didn't do it, and I was like, man, I can't believe nobody's talking about this game. It looks so
Yeah,
good.
yeah, it was complete silence from the developers and from the content creators. Nobody was covering the game a few months ago. In
Yeah,
past
and
in
then I
past
was like,
one
screw
two
this, I gotta
years.
make a video because nobody's talking about it.
Yeah,
So I made a video, and I I made a video, and I was like, it blew up, and I was like, okay, maybe there's some interest here.
yeah.
And obviously what's gonna happen now is then all the bigger creators are gonna come out and be like, this game's awesome, and we're like, yeah, we told you.
I don't. Yeah, I don't pay attention
I
on
mean, I'm
that,
not. Of
because
course not. Yeah,
I
I'm just
don't wanna
making. I'm just
compete
saying.
with them, because it's
Oh,
it's
I'm gonna
pointless
compete
to
with them,
compete
bro.
with them. And,
I'm
and
gonna, I'm gonna beat them up, bro.
yeah, definitely. We are in this moment, we are small content creators, and honestly, I really support other small content creators, because their opinion is more, how to say, pure opinion. It is really how they think and they work, because and make videos because they like, not because of the money. A lot of the small content creators that are working because of fun. They are working, making videos and stream because of fun, not because of money, and because that's their job or something like that. But when it comes to to IGN or some bigger channels, everything they say I take with reserve.
Yeah.
Everything they say. Sometimes they will hype the game, even if the game is, in my opinion, is bad. They will hype it because of its popularity, you know. And sometimes they will give bad credits to game because it's not popular, but on the other side, when you try the game, it's actually a great game.
Yeah, but I mean that's subjective.
Yeah,
So
that's subjective,
who can
definitely.
really
And
say?
when it comes to gaming and to content creating and everything related to that, it became business.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
that's
became
that's
business.
true.
There is not a lot of YouTubers and content creators out there that are honest and they don't wanna talk about the bad game. They don't wanna talk good stuff about the bad game and some stuff like that. How to say? I don't know how to say.
Yeah.
I hope
Yeah,
you
no, I mean
understand
you're
me.
not wrong. Yeah, no, I understand you completely.
Yo, bro.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
continue. Sorry, continue.
yeah. So yeah, I don't know.
I
This is
want,
interesting.
I want to say that we are streaming for 1 hour. Yeah,
All right.
time flies.
Hey, time
First
does
one
fly
hour
when
of
you're
the
having
stream.
fun. Yeah. Um. Yeah. So yeah. So I don't know. I actually. That's the other thing too. Is like I did do the character creator videos on this game,
Yeah,
but then I was also like, I am going to. I think I'm gonna. I don't think I'm gonna decide because sometimes people want to, and that's totally fine. I think sometimes people want to know what class they're playing, what they're gonna use, like who they're gonna play as before the game comes out, and that's totally fine.
that's me.
But
That's me
yeah, it's
definitely.
fine. Hey, that's totally fine. Yeah, no judgment. I always feel like I wanna know, but I don't want to know. Like it's one thing if you are playing like a Mass Effect, like you only have two options really. You only have a couple class options and like male or female. So there's not a lot of options there, so it's not the same thing, but like Biomutant there's so many different like race options, there's class options.
Yeah,
Then you can diverge off your class when you play the game. So there's just so much like variety.
yeah, and there is that stuff with mutations and everything.
Right, you could pick
Yeah.
up mutations and stuff. So
So yeah, I think there is the character creation section in Biomutant will not be so important because during the game you can switch your character with mutations and talents and everything, so you can play completely different character than the one you created. You know what I mean,
yeah, I do.
because of mutations and everything.
Yeah.
So
Uh
I think I'm not promising, but I think I will start with sci freaks. They're most attractive to me for me.
yeah, the developer described that class as their equivalent of like a mage class.
Yeah, I like mages. Mage class, or I mean sci freaks, or that rogue class. Yeah, saboteur. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
my
like I said, I
my
always
topic.
tell myself that I'm gonna play like a different kind of character, and I've gotten better in recent years, but I've definitely like I've always like tend to lean towards just like the simpler like warrior class, but that's always my lean, and I've always tried to like break free from that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking about making the sci freak or the rogue, but when I start the game, I will see. Actually, it's not certain.
Yeah,
I
I
always
mean,
like to plan, to have some kind of plan, but when I start the game, it's okay. Let's start.
yeah,
Let's
it
go.
could change very quickly,
Yeah, definitely. Or I
very
can
quickly.
go with few playthroughs. I will definitely try few different classes and in few different playthroughs. So
Yeah, I was like that. when the Elder Scrolls was coming out, Skyrim.
Yeah.
I was like following. I was like, I want to know what I'm playing as. I want to know everything. But then, as like the years went on, I just like I want to say not the years went on. Definitely in the last like year or two,
Yeah.
I've tried to just stay away from the things I'm really interested in and know I'm gonna play. Like, I think it was like 2 years ago at this point. I played Final Fantasy VII, the original.
I definitely skipped that game, but everyone talk
Yeah,
about that game. That is great, so I
I
need to try
just
it.
started playing Final Fantasy like a couple years ago, and I played Final Fantasy VII, and I loved it. I absolutely fell in love with it. So what I did is I started working on the other Final Fantasy games. I think before I play then Final Fantasy VII Remake came out, and
Yeah, remake.
yeah, Remake
Last
came
year.
out, and it was so yeah last year, and my friend would be like, "Man, did you see the new trailer?" I'm like, "Nope."
I don't want to watch
I'm like, because I know I'm gonna get it. I know I'm gonna get it. You know, I didn't talk about. I did a video the other day actually, funny enough, on Final Fantasy VII Remake Part Two. You should go check. You guys should check it out. But anyway,
Yeah, definitely check
um,
it out. I watched it.
yeah,
It's great.
yeah, but yeah,
Where did you stop?
yeah. I don't remember where I stopped, where I was going. But yeah, anyway, not to get on another tangent, but yeah,
You was like you don't wanna watch the trailer because you know you will get the game definitely.
yeah. I know I'm gonna get it, and there comes a time when I know I'm gonna get it. I just know.
I
So
don't know for me that when it comes to that, I'm like about World of Warcraft. I'm a big fan of World of Warcraft, and I'm a WoW player, and I don't wanna watch the new expansion trailers because I know I will get it. Is that way I think.
I think somebody asked, "What kind of game is this?"
So what kind of game is this? Oh, we have a new guy. We have a definitely new guy that haven't heard about the Biomutant so far. So Ryan, you explain the.
Yeah, Biomutant is
I will
an
take a break. I will be back in a minute. So
okay.
continue, continue please.
Yeah, Biomutant is an action open world role playing game. So it's an open world action RPG. It it takes place in like a post apocalyptic world of some kind, and you basically play as these furry creatures, and they're really kind of cute. But yeah, they describe it as like a kung fu fable type of RPG. So basically, the combat is heavily based upon martial arts and kind of like I guess you'd say kung fu. Um, we have been looking at the stream from yesterday. It was like a 4-hour stream or something. But yeah, that's the kind of game it is. It's just like a open world role playing game. Post-apocalyptic. It's got like martial arts combat. It's got they say it's like kind of like a cross between like a Devil May Cry kind of game and I forgot the other comparisons. I guess you could say it has like the hint of like a Breath of the Wild in there or like a bit of that in there. And that is in a nutshell what it is. You're going to be going there's a central location in the game called the Tree of Life where that is going to be the main like point of the game is that you're going to be trying to how you say you're going to be trying to either hurt or help and like take control of the Tree of Life wherever you choose. There's gonna be two different story paths and stuff. I think if I remember correctly, they said there's gonna be like 2 or 3 different endings or something like that. But yeah, to not to go into too much more detail, but that's essentially what kind of game it is. I hope that answers your question on what kind of game it is. Um,
Go pre-order Biomutant.
yeah,
Definitely
yeah,
pre-order. Let's rise the
yeah.
hype about this game.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I don't want to hype it up too much because, like we've been saying too, is like there's a chance it may not live up to it, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't check it out.
I don't want to
I don't
think
want to
that
bet on
way.
it either
Yeah, I
way. Is
don't
my
want to
point.
think that way. I wanna hope that the game will be perfect.
I do too. I do too. I'm just saying, don't take our word for it. Don't
Yeah,
just like immediately be like, oh yeah, they said it's gonna be good, and I'm gonna go buy it. Like if you're not
very much.
sure, Yeah, I always say if you're not sure, definitely wait for like reviews to come out. Wait for reviews, wait for people to play it, wait for us to play it and tell us we'll tell you
Yeah.
what we think.
I think it will take at least a few weeks before I release my review. I need to play the game completely, and I wanna go deep in some segments of the game before I start writing scripts for review.
Uh, I don't think we have anything planned to show. Um, I think if you check out the PewDiePie's live stream, you don't have to watch the whole thing obviously, but you can kind of scrub through it. We've just been watching it here. You can kind of scrub through it and you can see like a bunch of that different stuff. Like you'll see the map and you can see like the quest screen and probably the inventory and other things like that. Uh, so unless you want to pull it up, or see if we can pull something up to show him, I don't think
Yeah,
we
we
have
can.
anything.
I don't
Unless you
know.
want,
You can check our videos where we have been covering the game for quite some time, and we have been covering a lot of segments of the game, many segments of the game. So if you're interested in combat or character creation or story and NPCs, or I don't know, direction on some new basic infos, you can check our videos. But
yeah, I don't have.
I can search for I don't know, I can skip this
Yeah, if you can,
video.
maybe you can look up like the map and the quest stuff. Maybe you show it.
We showed we I saw the
It was in the stream here, so yeah, yeah. No, thank you. No, no problem. I'm just saying like you could definitely just scrub. I think you just go through, find his stream, and just scrub through it, and you'll definitely find some. You'll definitely see something that you're gonna be interested in.
oh I
Like I said,
think
it's.
I
I think it was like a 4 hour stream, so you might not want to watch 4 hours of
yeah the,
video. Um, but
oh
definitely just scrub through it.
there is a part when you learn some new Wang Fu move. I will try to skip on that part in this stream. Okay, here it is. Okay,
Yeah, I think I saw the map there or something.
yeah. What is this? Purple Palm, God Hammer. There is
Oh, there you go.
terrible touch. Yeah,
Yeah, what does that
screaming
look like? This. It
steel.
looks like this.
The names of the combos are awesome. Hide
Yeah,
and
it looks
slam.
like the. So you have a weapon wheel there, and looks like you have. We just saw like some of the menus. Yeah, see right there.
No, wait a second. I
Yeah, there
wanna
you go.
go
Look at the
back a little
menu.
bit. So there is I think there is some kind of trainer or something like that where you can learn the all the Wang Fu moves. So here is an example of of some moves you can learn in the early game.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what he was looking for.
Yoko, what is this purple palm? Finish a
This looks
ranged
like, yeah,
weapon
this looks
chain
like
by
the
launching
skills.
the knock fist at your enemies.
Yeah, so this looks like the skills menu. So it looks like you get perks. You can upload. Yeah, so it
Yeah,
looks like
you
if
have
I have to
mutations,
look.
aura, character.
Yeah,
There
you
is a
looks like you have.
whole section about Wang Fu.
Yeah, so you look. You have. I think Wung Fu looks like it's your close combat, like you're doing melee. Perks is probably just like little buffs you can put on. Character is probably specific. If I had to, this is just me guessing, by the way. I'm not sure. I haven't played the game, but character looks like it's just specific to whatever character you clicked and picked on. I think aura is probably something totally different.
Yeah, that,
Um,
I think that
yeah,
every character you pick will have something unique. A lot of them will have some base moves and base powers, but every character will have something theirs unique.
yeah. Well, I think that's one thing worth noting is that um, just because you finish, creating your character, you're not done creating the character.
Yeah, definitely.
You're still going to be like mutating them and obviously
The mutations will
leveling
take a
them up.
big part in character creation because throughout the whole game you will go from zone to zone, and every zone will have their own mutation points where in which you will mutate, and I think you will be able to choose what kind of mutation you will use.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know how it will work, but the mutation will definitely be big part of the character creation and the whole gameplay. So
Yeah, and it's kind of hard to tell from like the stream quality, but
okay,
because you know
I can
it
rise
varies.
the
No, no,
quality.
not you. His stream quality. It's kind of hard to tell because I do remember if you watch like other gameplay of the game, like it looks much smoother.
Yeah, it's not, and it's not the same when you play and you watch other guy play, because it's completely different experience when you play. So I think I think it will be more clear in about a week when the game comes out. We will have
You
a
think-
chance to finally play it.
Yo, yo, what's up, guys?
Yo, bro.
You know what's your problem, dude? You
My
think
problem.
too much. You think too much.
It's definitely my problem.
What's
and
up, Ryan?
and expecting.
Hey,
too
what's
much.
up?
So guys, say hello to my bro. Click for gameplay.
Yo, shut up. I can introduce myself.
Go introduce yourself. He's always
You know
a
what?
jerk like this.
Yeah, I'm a big jerk, and people can't tell that by watching my videos, and it's kind of funny because a lot of people think that I'm a good guy, but
He's not.
Yeah, I
He's
have
not.
to disappoint them.
Yo, bro. So
You know what's funny?
introduce yourself.
Yeah,
First.
I'm a content creator as well, and the funny thing about Biomutant and why I had to hop in here because I did a video about Biomutant in way back in 2019 when I was a really small YouTuber, and that video freaking blew up, and I was like, wait, people care about this game? Like, okay, that's nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
I
it was
was-
back in 2018.
19
19,
actually,
yeah.
but yeah, somewhere close to I think summer of 2019, and I was listening to you guys how surprised you were when you talked about the first Biomutant video that you guys did that blew up. So it was kind of reminiscent of that.
Yeah,
When-
but
Yeah.
your
when I
your
think
video
about
blew
my-
up 2 years ago,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, it was crazy. I got like 30K views in one day for that video, which was like insane to me.
Yeah,
Really insane.
I think I
Yeah.
remember that.
Yeah, I got one. It was crazy.
Yeah, the Ryan's video blew up in about 15 days.
Your Ryan's video was all over the place, man. Because I'm watching, like, obviously Baldurd and his news coverage of Biomutant and everything in general, but I wasn't even watching stuff about Biomutant like at all. I didn't watch new trailers, new info, or anything. But on my homepage, I think Ryan's video was like it was always there when I clicked on the homepage, and I eventually watched it, and it was great, Ryan. So
Yo,
Right.
Ryan,
Thank you, yeah.
YouTube algorithm loves you definitely.
It did for that video. It was so funny. It was weird for that video. It did.
I
It
think
favored
your
me
other
very greatly.
Biomutant videos goes well too.
Yeah, so yeah, well, like I said, I think I gave the little origin story. It was like, you know, I did one Biomutant video, it got like 2,000 views in like less than in like a week, and I was like, okay, that's awesome. Then like I did like another video, and that did pretty well, did like 1,000 views. Then I did another Biomutant video, and like it did like 1,000 views in like a couple days, and then all of a sudden like I'm like, oh nice, it's gonna hit 1,000 views. Then all of a sudden, like over the weekend and over the next like 2 weeks, it just skyrocketed.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden now I'm looking at it and it's like 97K, and I'm like,
That's
what
great.
what the hell?
Yeah, that's great.
yeah, it's crazy when it happens. I know.
I
like,
noticed that video, and that's the first time I noticed your channel.
Dude, people straight up thought that you got PewDiePie on the stream.
Yeah, PewDiePie
Yeah, we
is
got
my
PewDiePie,
guest.
dude.
you know?
That's
I
amazing.
know.
That's
It's a
actually,
clickbait. It's a clickbait.
No, that's actually my girlfriend. I texted her. Yeah, I texted her the link to the chat, and I was like, "Hey, we're I was like, "Hey, well, PewDiePie's not in the stream with us, just so you know." And she was like, "Oh, I straight up thought he was."
But he's
It's a
been
clickbait.
awfully quiet for some reason. I don't know why.
Oh, PewDiePie.
Yeah, he's really quiet for the whole
Because I
stream.
muted. I
That's really rude,
muted.
Oh no shit, man. Really?
I don't want to listen to that guy.
Yeah.
I
Just
love
kidding.
PewDiePie, man. He's
Yeah,
great.
he's great, definitely. I love him. Big shout out to PewDiePie.
No.
Imagine getting a shout out.
He need our shout out.
Yeah, definitely, man. Why not?
He needs us.
Yeah. So, bro, will you play the Biomutant when it comes out?
Are you asking me?
Yeah,
No, I'm gonna pass, bro.
I'm talking.
No, don't
After imagine after all that, like,
you're
I
new
wouldn't
here.
play.
Click you're new here, bro. But
No, I'm just a sidekick. I want to hear you guys talk, so I just hop in.
I-
No, I'm crazy. Of course, I'm planning to play it. Like I said, I was a lot more hyped before than I'm now, but I'm still really excited to play it because, let's be honest, there is not a lot of new RPGs coming right now. So yeah, and hopefully I'll manage to get a review key so I can do a review a bit early, I think. But if even if that doesn't happen, I don't care. I'll just buy the game and do a review regularly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was
Have you-
saying.
Have you guys asked for the review key? Because I think both of you should definitely get it.
Yeah,
Uh,
I put in for a code, I think it was like a week and a half ago.
yeah, we did it in the same day, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like a
Um,
week ago.
Mine still says it's pending. Because I think they do something different for like North America.
Yeah,
They have like a
you-
web.
Yeah, terminals IO.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
that.
Yeah, so I went on there and I requested it, and so it's still
Anyway,
pending.
if,
So
if
we'll
they
see.
give me a key, it will be great because I can prepare some content before the release. But if they don't,
Yeah,
don't
I mean,
care,
I'm
will buy
definitely
the
gonna
game.
yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna do videos on it, and I'm definitely gonna do videos on it,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
like cover it, but
Bro, not cover
Yeah,
it. I will
regardless,
cover every segment of it. I will
Don't-
cover every inch of it.
Don't be so sure. Don't
I
be so
will
sure.
definitely. I will try my
You'll-
best.
I know you, man. Don't be
know,
so sure.
but
You're
I-
lazy just as me, man.
A little bit. A little bit.
hey, no, I'm gonna cover it, but like I'm gonna try to keep on other games too. 'Cause, you know, I
It's-
don't want to. Oh, like I've also been playing Mass Effect, so
Have you
know.
played Mass Effect before, or this is your first time?
Yeah, no, Mass Effect is probably one of my favorite series of all time.
Oh, damn.
So,
Nice.
so like I'm actually have a video going live at like 6 o'clock. I'm basically gonna say in it like, listen, like I'm gonna talk about the game, but you should also like the Legendary Edition, like at least what I played so far, which is just Mass Effect 1. But you should know I'm super biased. So like if that's like you shouldn't go and be like, huh, Ryan says it's good, I'm gonna go get it. Like don't take my word for it because I'm very biased.
That's the same stuff I'm talking about the Gothic series like all the time when I'm doing videos about it, and I still get hate comments for it. But hey, there you go. So
Yeah, the Gothic series. The Gothic 3 was my first RPG. Yeah, it's a great game.
Yeah.
Speaking about being biased, I always try to. I mean, let's be honest. You can never be like totally objective
Of course not.
when you're doing a review. So
Definitely.
yeah. There is always at least a tiny bit of subjectiveness, if that's the word.
Yeah,
If not,
subjective.
you know what I mean. But yeah, you have to be. You try to be objective as possible, and I think I've been doing a good job when it comes to that. But still, I noticed when I rewatched some of my videos, so I shouldn't say that, or shouldn't say that. So it's definitely I don't know.
There will
it's
be
hard.
there will be always
hard to
be
balance that.
haters that will catch to one word in your review and
Yeah,
say
it's actually
negative shit.
crazy. Yeah, it's actually crazy when it comes to that. People will like catch the tiniest little error you have. Well, it doesn't have to be an error. It can be something like
your opinion, your
great,
personal
yeah,
opinion,
yeah.
and they will hate you whole
Reviews.
review because of that your personal opinion.
Well, the
But
thing is, inherently, when you're doing that stuff, like the review is, like, it is entirely your opinion. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like, you
Yeah,
that's the
can't,
meaning of review.
like, I can sit here and I could say your review, it was kind of like yes, I could say like your opinion sucks, but that doesn't mean you can't have it. So
yeah,
like,
yeah. Like you said,
you
it's
know,
subjective. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, like I can sit here and be like, man, like I love, like I could tell you I love Mass Effect Legendary Edition, and then someone else can come in and be like, no, I hated it, it sucked, and this is why. And I can argue with you and say, hey, this is why I think you're wrong, but like, if I don't change your mind, I don't change your mind, or if you don't like it, you don't
Yeah,
like
for
it,
sure.
whatever.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
if
So
you
it's the
want
same
to
thing
buy
with
some
this.
game, you will check a few reviews. If you are not sure if you want to buy that game, and you will
I
check a few
think
reviews, a few opinions.
I
You
think
is
it depends on the game. At least when it comes to me, I always check. I'm lying actually. When I'm planning to do a review for some game, I really stay far away from any review because it that
Yeah,
thing
that's
will
true. Yeah,
you
no,
will
definitely.
you
you
will
don't want anything to
subconsciously.
impact on your opinion.
Yes, but you will also, the thing is, you will also subconsciously catch some things from other reviews, and you will subconsciously include include it in your review, even if you don't
Yeah.
want to. I noticed that with other content creators as well. You can clearly see when someone does a review, for example, for some, and it doesn't matter what kind of a game, but a few days after a couple of views, popular reviews have already been uploaded, and you will hear similar stuff the other guy was saying. So it's you have to stay far away from the reviews if you want to give your full personal opinion about the game. So at least that's how I function. I don't know, maybe I'm totally wrong, but
It have a
there you
sense,
go.
yeah.
Yeah,
Have
you can
sense.
only be as objective as you can't really be. You can't be totally objective. So.
Yeah, never,
Like
never, never.
like I
That's
knew
it.
with Mass Effect, I was like, I know I can't review this because I'm just gonna tell you how awesome it is.
Yeah,
So
you can definitely see in my all my videos about Biomutant that I'm really hyped about this game, and I'm trying to spread the word to spread the word about about this game and to say everything good about it. So I'm not
yeah, you also don't want to be overly negative too. You don't
yeah.
want to be like that guy that's like
So
Yeah,
far,
yeah.
crapping on the game
if the
as
game
soon as it
comes
comes.
out and if the game is crap, I will say I was wrong, guys. The game is crap in my opinion, and here is why, and I will tell why. But I hope it will not be bad.
No, I at least my opinion about my Biomutant from everything that I could see so far, even back from 2017, those gameplay videos were even back then they were really awesome. You can't look when you have a bad gameplay and uh, especially the combat system, which is so fast and fluid. It looks so fast and fluid. Although they had a lot of jump cuts in older trailers, so that was kind of annoying. But you could still see the quality of animations and just the speed of the gameplay, how fluid it is. So I
Definitely.
always thought it's going to be, at least on that side of the game, the combat is going to be probably really good because you can always tell when the game has bad combat because, yeah, like I said, animations probably the keyword here. So
You can obviously see that they put a lot of effort in this game.
especially for such a small team, yeah, like we said
Definitely.
before, 20 people. I also compared it to Piranha Bytes and Gothic series, like.
And on the other
Uh,
side, you have developers that have 500 people and deliver us something
Yeah, but
much
but
worse than this.
when you it doesn't necessarily mean that the game is going to be a lot better if you have a lot more people because well, we
It
have
could
a bunch
actually
of
sometimes mean the opposite.
yeah miscommunications and things happen, especially now in the corona period. So yeah, you don't have to. I mean, the game doesn't have to be. I don't know where I'm going with this. I said everything I have to say. So yeah.
More people doesn't mean the game will be better.
Doesn't
Yeah,
mean
yeah.
it's gonna be good. No, definitely not. It doesn't
Yep.
mean it's gonna be good. Doesn't mean it's gonna be bad, but doesn't mean it's gonna
Yeah,
be
of
good.
course. Yeah.
Do we know how many hours of gameplay there will be? We don't. I don't think
We
they said
don't, and
that.
I hope it will be more than how they say 10 hours is average.
I'm
Average
sure
now.
it's
Now they say 10 hours is completely fine. It's not, guys. 10 hours of gameplay is not fine.
It's okay.
It
It's
depends on
not
the
okay,
game,
bro.
though.
I want to spend more hours. I
No,
wanna,
it
depends on the
I
game.
wanna buy a game and I want to spend more hours in this.
It depends on the game though, because it really does depend on the game. Like, because if I don't know, if I play a game that's like really really good and it's 10 hours, then I have no problem putting all that money in it. I'm just gonna say,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Maybe you're right.
when
guys.
like I'll give a very good example is have you guys played Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice?
I didn't play it, but I wanna play that game.
So that game is not very long. It's not, but it's such a phenomenal game. It's so surprising too. It's like one of those things. It's like it was only. I think it's only like. I think granted it was only like I think like 30 or 40 bucks, something like that. But it was just a phenomenal game. So that's a good example. Like it doesn't matter if the game was 10 hours. It was really good. So I'd anticipate that the game's not. It's probably going to be at least 30 to 40 hours long,
Yeah,
probably more since it is an open world game.
And
But
the
again, it
map
is a
is
small
really
team.
is really large.
Hey, for full price, you need more than 10 hours. That's fair. I'm just saying. You're not wrong. I'm just saying like I personally I base it off the quality more than how
Quantity.
long it is.
Yeah, I think personally, I think it also depends on the genre. And for example, Resident Evil, the new, it was Village, right?
Yeah, the
Uh,
village.
Yeah, Village is like 8 to 9 hours, I think. I didn't play
Yeah,
it,
but
but that's
it's
totally fine. Resident Evil games were always like this, and it's totally fine. And I also think,
They have replayability too, don't they?
yeah, replayability is a really important thing for me at least. Although I always go back to the story about open world RPGs, and if it's an open world RPG, Biomutant will, I think it should be at least. I
30 to
think
40
it will
hours.
going to be at least 20 to 30 hours. Uh, Even I don't know about the main story and how it functions. I mean, the main story, even in the longest games ever, like Skyrim, which you can sink like thousands of hours, the main story you can finish it in like 20 hours or so.
Oh, not yeah, not even. I think pretty sure if you wanted to,
Yeah,
you could you
yeah.
could I think you could definitely like probably finish it even in like 5 hours if you
Yeah.
really
Yeah, if you
Yeah, the-
only follow the main. That's my kind of gameplay. I always want to finish first. I want to finish the
like
main
Oblivion,
story.
man. You played Skyrim for about how you played it once, and you played Oblivion for like God knows how long, but you didn't play
Yeah,
it
but
that much.
I'm planning to go back to Skyrim and to
I
play
won't
vanilla
talk to you
Skyrim.
until you play Skyrim again, so we're not friends.
But I will play it
Uh,
like vanilla Skyrim. I will not play it with all the add-ons and everything. But
No, the point I was trying to make, when it comes to the game time, open world RPGs are really specific when it comes to that. So people are always how long the game is, and obviously people want to know how much fun they're going to get out of money they spend. And wait, how much is the game again?
60.
60.
60.
It's full 60. Wait,
yeah,
what?
it's full price, bro.
But it's not a AAA game. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know
I
what
thought
to
it was
say.
40, man. I could swear it was 40. I don't know. I didn't follow the news for it. I mean, I
Well,
watched
you know, there's like an atomic edition that's like $400, and I'm like, for
What?
that price, I'll just get like a PlayStation or something, and I'll
For
just
real,
buy
man, for real.
like literally for that price, I can buy PlayStation and the game, and I'll probably like spend the same amount of money, give or take, in taxes and stuff. It's like what?
That's crazy, man. Okay, I mean, I'm not counting. That's a collector's edition or something, right?
Yes, yeah, that's a collector's edition.
When it comes
No,
to
no,
collector's edition, it's a complete other story, bro.
yeah, if you want to go and get it, fine. I'm just saying, like for me, it's like, wow. You want to talk
I'm a
about
hardcore
so
gamer,
yeah,
but
you
I'm not
want to talk yeah, you
that
want to talk
kind of
about quality over hours, and you want to talk about like you need more than 10 hours for that price. Hell yeah, I need
Bro,
like
do you know how much collector editions the CD Projekt Red sold before the release of
I don't
Cyberpunk?
want to know. I don't
Bro,
know.
it's enormous. It's
7 million or something like that.
yeah, and the price was not cheap for collector's edition.
When it was for the collector's
Well,
edition,
yeah, that's
for any
why-
game, basically.
So
Well, I always famously tell everybody, I'm saying, listen, like I always say with Massive, like going back to the quality over, like the length of a game. Like I always tell everybody, like like if you don't know it, like Mass Effect 1, the first game, famously, like if you know what to do, it is not a long game. I finished that game in under 20 hours doing most of the quests.
For the first time or for the...
Not for the
Second
first
quest.
time, but like when you know what you're doing,
Oh,
the
that's
game's really
totally
not
different,
that
yeah.
long.
But that's totally
Yeah.
different, right?
Yeah, so sometimes it is it's definitely subjective. But I do totally sympathize if you're like, well, I want more game for what I'm paying. Especially when the games are going to be like at least in North America, they're going to be like they're $70 now in some cases.
For that price, to be honest, I expect a lot more than 10 hours. At least
Definitely,
I'm not having
definitely.
problems with 10 hours, but if it has a strong replay value, that's great. If I can play it at least like twice or thrice and get at least slightly different experience with the builds.
I think
and
the Biomutant will
whatnot,
be
right?
that kind of the game. It will be
Yeah, it
the
seems
game
like
that
it
will-
has great customization, especially when it comes to crafting, which is kind of really similar to Fallout 4. I don't know if Ryan played it. I
Yeah.
know
Yeah,
the
no, I
other
did.
games. Yeah, so you can see, I think, a lot of similarities with Fallout 4 crafting system. Although the only thing I didn't like about Fallout 4 crafting system was the lack of unique textures for different adjustments and mods. I think it was okay, but I think for such a long game, there should be more visual customization. Like you could
Yeah.
change the grip, but it was the same texture. Although, well, you can
Other
easily
grip,
fix that with
another
mods.
grip with another effect, but with same look.
Yeah,
A
yeah,
lot
the
of
same
games do that. Yeah, no, I think a lot of games do that.
Yeah, and
The
other
developers
games
of
can get a
Biomutant
free pass.
promised a tons of unique weapons in the
That's-
game, and
That's great.
I hope they will provide that because
The
Yeah,
thing is, I'm not going to take it hard on the developers if that's not the case, especially when it comes to small developers like one-on-one experiment. But Bethesda, man, I mean, come on, you
Yeah.
could make at least 10 more unique textures if you wanted. But they knew that modders will do that for them, so yeah, it was.
Well, that's
if you leave that to mothers, you don't need to worry.
Well, no, I mean that's how Bethesda's games like basically survive like the test of time all these years is that they just have very active modding communities. And I think Bethesda
And
is very
that's another
smartly
statement, yeah, it's a really
Yeah,
That's why
but
the
Bethesda-
Skyrim is popular
Yeah,
even after 10 years.
Yeah,
because
and
the mods.
Bethesda has very smartly, in my opinion, like has realized that. They realize like, okay, we need to make sure that the modding is as accessible as possible.
yeah.
Because
exactly.
this is how our games like stand the test of time. There's a funny quote. I think it's from their marketing director, Pete Hines.
Here we go.
Yeah, where somebody says to him like, like what? Basically, I think somebody said to him like, oh, like, why? When are you gonna stop releasing Skyrim and everything? And he basically was just like, stop fucking buying it.
That's a legit quote, man.
He's basically like, stop buying it and we'll stop selling it.
Well, yeah,
You know?
I bought
Which
it
is-
like
Sad
3
but
times
true.
myself. So.
Which is like, it's funny, but it's also like, hey, you know what? He's got a point.
Yeah, it's not
Definitely.
the
Keep
fault.
buying it, you can't complain.
True.
So when it comes to Biomutant in particular,
It's gonna suck.
definitely don't listen to this. Close your ears, guys. Anyway, the
Okay,
Biomutant.
you can tell Ryan now who told you to follow Biomutant from the beginning.
Ah, my mom.
Yeah, it was this guy. Okay, you're not.
Just kidding. It was my friend.
Sorry, I'm
Click
just
for
trying to cheer you up a
gameplay.
little bit.
His big shout out for click for gameplay. Kick from gameplay.
the chat.
Yeah, 10 people watching us. So guys, if you didn't already, go subscribe this guy. he's really great.
I'm a lot more nicer in my videos, so there you go.
Yeah. Turn on your camera and be like that.
I have a question for Ryan. I already know the answer when it comes to Baldur because we talked about this stuff, but What's your plans for Biomutant? Do you plan to cover? Is the review your priority, or do you plan to cover at least at the release date? Do you plan to stream it or something similar to that?
I'm thinking I'm anticipating doing some kind of a stream on the release date. Um, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh yeah, I got like thousands of comments being like, you gotta stream it, but I've definitely got like enough of comments, like I want to say like a dozen or so, just people being like, hey, are you gonna stream this game? Are you gonna show us gameplay? Are you gonna upload your gameplay videos? And I feel like the easiest way to do that is just like I'll just stream it and then I'll just leave the stream. I'll just put the stream on the channel or something like that. Um,
Yeah, that's a good idea to stream on
so
the
yeah,
release
I'm
date.
definitely gonna do something like that. I'm probably, I mean, I'm not gonna stream the whole game, obviously, because part of it's like you want to have some of the game for yourself
Yeah,
to
you wanna stream
right?
like first impressions on, or
Yeah, or like what I would love to do is if I was fortunate enough to get like a code. If I'm fortunate enough, which I don't anticipate getting one because I don't want to like sit here and be like I'm gonna get a code and then disappointed if I don't. But if I get a code, um, that would definitely mean I can like prepare like a review or like content like to be ready to
For the
go
release date. Yeah,
for
yeah.
the release date, and then I can just stream wherever like I am like in the game, just like right off the bat. But we'll see. Like I said, I put in the request. We'll see what happens. But
yeah, I don't
either way,
expect.
yeah, that's pretty much what I think.
Yeah, I really don't expect to get the key because I'm a small content creator and stuff. But
But
I
it
will
doesn't
definitely.
matter. We talked about that.
Yeah, I
I
know,
mean, it
but
depends
I
on the
really don't
company.
expect if I get a key, I will be yeah, it's great. But I don't expect I will definitely get the game on the release day, and I will definitely stream my first impressions on the release day. But bro, if they give me a review key, it will be
Regardless
great.
if you get the key or not, guys, you
Yeah.
should stream. Both of you should stream on the release date. Even if you don't get a key, just buy the game and stream it right away. I think that's because people who watched at least some parts of people, some people will expect for you to at least do some content on the release date. At least that was my experience with some of these games. And even
Like
if you don't
Outward.
think it, the Outward is is a completely different thing. It was the first game that kind of blew up, let's say, on the channel. But even the games that I didn't cover that much after that, I did just a couple of videos maybe, or just even one video about some game like Greedfall. Oh no, I covered Greedfall in its entirely. That's not a good example, but even if I did just one video for some game, and when the game released, some people, I always get comments like, where's the video, where's the stream on the release day? I
Yeah,
was
would
like,
you
what? I
stream the
didn't promise
game?
that.
Yeah, yeah, I could see that. People are
So
just like,
don't be
"Where's your
surprised if
gameplay,
you,
bro?" And you're like, "I
yeah.
don't know. What do you mean? What?"
So don't be surprised if you guys get a lot of comments on the release date. So
Yeah,
even
no,
on some older videos.
no. I mean, to be honest, you get strange comments sometimes either way. I think
And
not to
Ryan
call
have a
anyone.
problem with them,
Yeah, not to
definitely.
get not to call anyone in particular, but I know I got a comment of somebody just being like, "Oh, like I think I covered the character creator for Biomutant, and somebody was like, "Oh, did you get like early access?" I go, "No, I just I just found the information online and I just like covered it,
Yeah.
you know."
Oh,
Or
so
like
they
my
paid you to do it. Okay, we see how
yeah.
it is.
Well, I always like I always like I appreciate the ones where people say what's it called? They come in and they're like they see a video. It's like I think it's like you covered like some news and like a week or two goes by and then somebody like after like the like the game comes out or something and they comment and they're on that video and they're like asking you about this specific thing like you said this. I'm like I'm just telling you what they said. Like I don't know.
Oh man, you wouldn't believe how much that happens. Even with my videos, I get some comments from like videos from 2019, 18 about the same thing. I was covering Outward in the same manner you guys cover Biomutant with by extracting information from every little source from the dark side of the internet, wherever you can find it, right? And I still get some comments on those older videos like, oh, you were wrong about this particular
Dude, it
feature in the
was
game.
2 years ago, dude. Take easy.
Well, that's why I was trying to reiterate when we were talking here about Biomutant. I was like trying to say like reiterating like, hey, like the game might not be good. We'll see. That's why like don't like if we change our opinions after we play it, like
Yeah.
don't come after and be like,
People want.
You
want
said it was
We're
good.
just passing the information to you guys. We are not.
yeah, we're
telling
just
you
saying we're excited and we think it's
the
good.
information from the first source. I don't know.
You can
We
put that
saw-
on repeat, but some people will still not get it.
Oh yeah, no, I mean I'm not like I'm not concerned about like I'm
like
just
I said,
saying that at the
there will
outset.
be-
As
there
far
will
as
be always be a haters.
saying it more for us than for anyone else.
Yeah, yeah. People want a scapegoat, so they always want someone to blame. Especially, let's look at Cyberpunk for example. It's the most freshest, quote unquote fail because it's not a fail. The game sold like thousands, millions of copies.
Millions.
So
In
not
a
a fail,
record
but-
time.
I was just talking to Baldard that I had a conversation with another content creator that did a lot of stuff about Cyberpunk, and he covered it like thoroughly, like through the years. He covered every little piece of information, and he had to leave Twitter for I don't know for
All right,
about
Marie, thanks for watching.
Oh, Marie, thank you.
he
See,
had to
see
leave
you around.
Twitter, and he had to ban like 400 people on Twitter, and he doesn't have a huge following on Twitter, and you can imagine how much spam comments he was getting, hate comments about Cyberpunk. That let's not mean.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and it was like he made a game or something. So people are looking someone to blame when something doesn't go
Yeah,
well.
he was only covering every information he got from the internet for over a year, I think.
And I'm telling you
his
this
channel
because-
was only about this Cyberpunk.
Yeah, not only, but in the
But in the past year,
yeah,
in past year, yeah.
So if Biomutant
Yeah.
sucks, you guys have to get ready for hate comments.
Yeah, no, I mean I'm not like
No,
yeah,
don't
no, I mean
worry.
I'm expecting it. It's funny because before my channel started doing a little bit better, I literally was like, you know, you'd get comments every now and again and somebody'd be like, so nice. And you're like, oh wow. And I would tell my girlfriend all the time, like, you know, I'm like, I'm glad I'm at that point where I'm still in the honeymoon phase where people are nice to me. And then like as soon as like one video started doing well, like all of a sudden
There
the
we
mean
go,
comments
here we
started
go.
coming in and I was like, here they are.
Yeah,
Yo,
you know
bro.
what's funny about that? Sorry, Baldur, you want
Yes.
to say something?
No, I want to say that feel free to have bad comments. I don't care because you
They're
can
still
check my
comments.
every video have at least one bad comment, and it's
About our
almost
accent,
about
probably,
my
yeah,
accent. It's
yeah.
almost
But
yes.
you know what's funny about that? It's I get like 99%. I mean 99% of those comments about the accent or whatnot are from Russians and from our people from Serbia.
Yeah.
I hardly see any English comments.
You know,
English-
Baldard said that. He said that most people who like in the in the US and stuff, that is most of his audience, are very nice about it.
Yeah, yeah. It's,
They're very like, oh no, man, like you're fine. We can understand you perfectly.
As long as we can understand you, that's fine, right? But there's some
And
people.
then the guy from the Russia comes and says, "Yo, bro, your accent
You suck, buddy. You
hurt
suck,
my
man.
ears." Well, the people from my country, they come. Your accent hurt my ears. My ears are bleeding. Yeah.
To translate the exact comment from Serbian on my recent video, it was something like, "Your accent is so bad that it makes my ears bleed." I was like, "Okay, man, relax."
Don't
bro.
listen. Don't watch. Go. Take a
I
look.
mean, if I don't like something, I always start from myself, right? If I don't like something, I just don't watch it. I never I mean,
Or you
maybe I
turn it
did-
off.
Yeah,
That's
maybe I
it,
did
you
when I
turn it
was
off.
young. I put some troll comments on YouTube. They're still there, by the way. So if I'm going to get cancelled, I think those people can find. But it's nothing
Well-
it's nothing crazy, right? But
Well,
it's troll
the-
comments. from
The
a kid.
difference for me is if it's like, for example, if it's like PlayStation posting something, and I'm not like I'm not gonna be like toxic where I'm like calling them like a bunch of like I don't even know, I'm not even gonna say anything, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
if
just
it's like
troll
if it's different
comments,
if it's like Microsoft or or like Sony, if they post something on their YouTube channel and I comment and like troll them, I think that's a totally different thing than it's like a content creator or somebody else who's just trying to make content, just either make a living or they're just trying to just talk about something that they really enjoy. That's why like when I first was starting out, I would like go to these subreddits and I would just post my videos, and people would just give on, and you could always post your video and somebody had to leave feedback.
Yeah.
That was kind of like the crux of the subreddit I was in. It's just like you have to leave feedback, which I always appreciated because I always try to be nice too. I'm like, hey, listen, like maybe you want to try this. But yeah, I
Don't
feel like
all
it's
this like it's some kind of self promotion. I only want to get feedback, and I want to hear your opinion about this.
And I was also talking to Balder about you can have like 100 positive comments on your video, and there is you
The
can
one
see
will
one
get you.
negative, and that one negative comment will stick with you for a lot longer than those 100. I don't know. I think it's the human brain that's wired like
it
this,
is.
right?
No, it is. It is. I try to. I don't take it to heart. I try not to,
Yeah,
at
of
least.
course, but it will be sometimes that why why this guy said that, right? Why he had to say this stupid shit, man?
Yeah, I'm
I
like,
don't
am I
know,
like,
like
am I
I
like
said-
this? It's like, no, you're fine, man. It's okay.
Yeah, like I said in one of my previous videos, I don't know, or I was like commenting or replying on some comment. I usually don't cover the games that I don't like. Same as when it
Yeah,
comes to
yeah,
YouTube,
exactly.
I don't watch videos that I don't like. I don't go and leave bad comments and stuff like that. If I like your video, I will watch you. If I don't like you, I will not watch you. It's so simple.
Hey, true as anything, man.
Yeah, and
I agree with that.
I
I'll turn it off.
I
That's
don't,
it. I'll just turn
yeah,
it off.
and I don't cover the games that I don't like. If you come and say, so will you cover that game, and I tried it and I didn't like it, I will not cover it. I will.
Both of you
I
guys
don't
wouldn't
like. I
cover
don't like.
Biomutant if you don't think it's going to be
Yeah,
at least
I
solid,
don't.
right?
I don't like to talk negatively about the game. If I don't cover the game, it's because I don't like it. It's that simple.
Yeah, I think I only had in my entire quote-unquote YouTube career, I think I only had one. It's not exactly a negative video, but it's mostly negative. It was about action RPG Diablo of Wolsen, I think.
Wolsen,
Yeah.
yeah,
Which-
it was about Wolsen.
Yeah, and
okay.
that video was highly critical. It's not even negative. It's not even a negative video. It's just highly critical. And I said I give up. I quit the game, and people are like, "Whoa, what?"
Yeah, I think my most negative video, if I had to pick one, not that I really think is a negative. I think probably I did a video about Crackdown 3 because I played it and I was like, this is terrible.
Yeah,
I'm like,
co-op
and I-
version, yeah.
And I even said when I was talking about I'm like this is terrible, but like it's also a lot of fun. So like don't discount it. Like if you want to just like
Terrible fun.
download it with Game Pass and like, go a little nuts with it, and like play it for a little bit, do like the keys to the city with all the cheats and stuff, like go for it because it's actually kind of fun.
The crazy thing about that game, it also had the crazy hype train behind it, right? For years.
Yeah, I really like the first one. The second one was kind of mediocre, and the third one was just like the same as the
Completely
second one.
disaster.
And I was telling Balder when it comes to coming to like Biomutant, there's gonna be narration in the game, I know, and I was telling him how if you play Crackdown 3, which I recommend but I don't recommend, it was the guy won't shut up, the narrator.
Oh yes.
He won't shut up.
Yeah.
So in Biomutant, I was like saying, I hope that it's like the case, like what they said is like maybe in the beginning they narrate, but as you play the game more and you learn everything, it stops.
Do you think there's maybe an option to turn it off completely?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think they said like as you play the game more and you learn everything, like it kind of like dissipates, like you won't hear as much narration. Which I'm we'll see. That's the only thing.
Ton of
so.
dialogue. I don't think there is a ton of dialogue scenes and dialogue scenarios in Biomutant. I might be wrong. I don't know.
We are
but it
watching
doesn't
one
seem to me
right
like
now.
that.
We are watching one right
Yeah,
now. There is.
as he's saying that, it's on the screen. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I compared, bro. I compared the narration system in Biomutant. I wanted to be like in Immortals: Phoenix Rising, that kind of narration. It,
Oh
in
yeah, it
that
was not
game,
overdone in that game. It was not overdone. It was
and
completely
it's
fine in that game. It didn't
and
bother me at least.
yeah, it was completely fine. And it was funny, and I think they did great job with narration in that game.
And funny thing about that, when you mentioned it, it's exactly a really, at least when it comes to the style, it's a very similar style. I mean, cartoony style, right?
Yeah.
So they, I think there is a certain humor to Biomutant's dialogue as well because, come on, you're Fury, man, Fury.
Furry, yeah, furry.
So you play
I
as a
don't
furry.
know. Any cartoony game, they will say it's Zelda-like game, but this one,
I wouldn't say that
this one is not definitely. This one,
Biomutant have anything,
I-
any
I-
similarities with.
I felt that way about Immortals when I saw like the videos of it. When I first saw them talking about it, and I saw some previews of it and stuff, I was like, I don't. It wasn't that it looked bad. I was literally like,
It's literally a
this
carbon copy of
this
Zelda,
literally, yeah. I was like, this literally looks like Breath of the Wild,
yeah, but
And you're not
before
wrong.
the
but
Immortals
the
Phoenix
Ubisoft
Rising,
version.
yeah, but before the Immortals Phoenix Rising became Immortals Phoenix Rising, when it was announced as Gods and Monsters, it was it had a completely different look, and it is
It had a different
in that-
vibe, yeah.
yeah, in that
yeah.
moment it was a lot like Zelda game, but Immortals Phoenix Rising goes away from that.
After the leak,
honestly,
right?
Yeah, after the leak and when the game came out, and if you play the game, you can say that it is not it is nothing like Zelda. It is
I
nothing.
played it for about 60 or 70 hours or something, and I before that I played Zelda just a little bit. I still didn't have the Switch, and after I did a review for Immortals, I mean a couple of months after that I got the Switch and played Zelda, and yeah, it's a carbon copy of Zelda,
Yeah.
but with Ubisoft twist, of course, and their I don't
I
know,
have,
it's half Assassin's Creed game, half Zelda, half everything.
A lot of
I have
people
this-
there didn't play Zelda because they don't have the console for that, because you need a port for PC or something.
You actually you can emulate it if you
Yeah,
want.
but
that
it's
stuff,
not- it's
But
not-
it's a gray area.
Yeah, so
I'm
they
feeling
they're always in look for some Zelda like game, and the Immortals Phoenix Rising was the best so far, I think.
It's a great game in my opinion. Have you played it, Ryan?
No, no. I've it's not. It's one of those like games. Like I saw it, and here's the thing. Like I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Like I'm, getting to like what I've been doing lately, just like watching and like playing a lot of things. I'm just kind of like, I get to the point lately where I'm just like, if I see it, it doesn't look good. I'm like, wow, this does not look good. So like I saw that and I was like, gave me a very bad first impression. And I believe you when you say it's really good because I've heard more often than not people say that. But just for me,
Yeah, that's totally
Um,
understandable. Actually,
comes to-
I'm like that as well. If I don't like it, it's
For
when I'm
me, like,
watching
I've
the
seen- I
trailer,
would
You
see
will
it,
not
and
play it, you
yeah.
will not cover it. Yeah, it's simple.
yeah. Well, that's the thing is like I also saw, I think when they were showing off Watch Dogs Legion, I saw it and I was like, wow, this game does not look good at all.
that it
like-
looked boring as hell to me.
And not even, yeah, and I know the reviews were pretty positive, saying it was actually a lot of fun, and I'm sure it
Were
is.
they? Were
I,
they?
well, I don't know, maybe they weren't, but it doesn't really matter what the review said. But like, I know for
Guys,
me,
I'm sorry for interrupting. Have you seen this scene in the background? I'm watching the PewDiePie stream. You have a wall run option in Biomutant.
Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Watch
Biomutant.
watch this, bro. Watch this.
Yeah.
This moment here. Whoop! You saw that?
That might be a mutation option or something, right?
I don't know, but it looks awesome. Jump from wall to wall.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. I saw
It's
that.
great.
How about we ask PewDiePie for his opinion or something?
No,
Yeah,
I
what do
don't,
you think?
I don't care about his opinion.
He is not answering. Yeah,
He's
he doesn't.
He's too
He's been
invested
ignoring
here
us
to
the
be
whole
pretty.
time.
He's only here
Yeah,
to be
and
pretty.
to get us more people to watch it. So.
Yeah. I should change the name of the stream with special guest PewDiePie.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
It's a big clickbait. So anyway, when it comes to Immortals Phoenix Rising, I did exactly the same thing like with Biomutant. I saw the game. I felt it will be at least mediocre, not bad, but at least mediocre. And I started covering the game from the first information, from the first announcement, and I have been covering that game for about a year and more. And the same thing is with Biomutant. So my opinions before the release of the Immortals Phoenix Rising didn't change when the game came out. So I hope that will be the same with Biomutant.
Yeah, I just know like I saw like a lot of like all the what was it? I think Ubisoft did like 3 major releases just this past year in like the span of like a few months. Like, and I watched like all of the gameplay and stuff for them, and I wasn't impressed by any of them.
Yeah, it was
Just like none of them
Phoenix
like,
Rising, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and the Watch Dogs Legion.
and that could just be me like seeing it and it's not showing well. That could just be it. Like it could be I play it and it's awesome.
I don't know.
You know,
Beside
but
Watch Dogs Legion, I tried AC Valhalla and I played Immortals Phoenix Rising, and in my opinion, they're great games. But
yeah,
when it
and
comes
they
to
might be.
Legion,
I just
don't know. I didn't
It
try
could-
the game.
Yeah, it could just be that they didn't show well. You know, sometimes games don't like they don't look they don't show well. They don't preview well for me at least.
I don't know. You must pick a right time to release the game, especially when you're a smaller developer, and you must pick a
Like we keep going back to Cyberpunk too. Like Cyberpunk previewed very well and it looked awesome. Then it came out.
Yo, hello,
So-
Alex. Yeah, hello. I just saw. Anyway, the 25th May is I think is a good day for the
Wait,
releasing of this
is
game.
it 24? 24?
25th, 25th.
Oh, okay.
24 is for embargo.
Oh.
25th is the official release day, and I don't know. In my opinion, I'm a big fan of World of Warcraft, and on June 1st, I will definitely be in Burning Crusade Classic.
Are you gonna be able to beat me in a duel?
Definitely, bro. After we finish this stream, we go to play.
Oh, we should buy some gear, man. We're terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we are back to World of Warcraft after a long break.
Have you played it before, Ryan? Have you played World of
No,
Warcraft?
no, World Cup. So I can't I don't. The one part of me wants to say I've never played enough to like say that I confidently played it, but I definitely I haven't played enough to say I confidently played it. I'm pretty sure at some point in time I like loaded it up and put the character in and like played for a few minutes, but no, I never played it extensively. I'm not really a big like online multiplayer person
And you
or like
shouldn't-
MMO.
You shouldn't. It will ruin your life.
Yeah, I'm not really a big MMO or like multiplayer person. I really do. I'm not anti-multiplayer. Just like I never really have like a consistent group of like friends to play with and stuff. So
Neither do I. I have clicked.
So,
play.
yeah, so I think the most I probably play online, if like I'm gonna play a game by myself online, is I'll play like Gears of War.
Yeah, you told me
Um,
that.
I never actually played it, and I was always interested in Gears of War, but it was like Xbox exclusive, right? So
Yeah, it's on PC
and the
though,
last
too.
the last time we spoke, you told me that, and I
Outriders.
switched Gears of
Outriders
War with
was
Gears
like
5.
Gears of War.
Yeah, it's on PC though. So
Gears of War 5 is on PC, right?
They're
Yeah,
all on
I played the
PC.
Game Pass a couple of months ago.
I don't know if I don't think 2 and 3 are on Game Pass PC, but I know that like they're all like I know that they are all available on PC as far as or at least I know like the remaster of 1 or the remake of 1. And then 4 and 5 are on PC because that's how I actually
Yeah, I
played
only
4
saw
and
5
5.
on the Game Pass, I think. Yo, this boss fight actually looks pretty cool.
Yeah, and it looks not
Gorilla.
easy.
I like how it literally called him Gorilla Mini Boss.
Mini boss, yeah.
It's like, oh, this is a boss fight? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, straight up,
I
straight
mentioned
up.
that in my last video. It was actually a
Uh,
mini boss fight.
What do you guys think about to go back to Biomutant a bit because we're here to talk about that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What do you think about those? I already forgot those crazy big bosses. They had unique
World
names.
bosses,
The
yeah,
world, the world
bosses.
eaters.
Yeah,
The world
yeah,
eaters, they
something
call
like
them or
that. They
something.
looked really cool. It was like one old gameplay where you can actually enter the belly of the monster and fight inside.
Yeah,
I don't-
actually, the
can't
world
remember
leaders
exactly.
will be at the end of the each route of the Tree of Life, and they are the main bosses in the game. So you will have a tons of this kind of small mini bosses and stuff like
yeah,
that.
that's gonna be interesting.
But the main
Yeah.
thing is to get to the end of each route and defeat the world eater.
Yeah, I hope it doesn't become one of those. I just hope it. I mean, it doesn't look like it is, but I mean, you had this in like I think like earlier God of War games and stuff where you're or like earlier games where I don't think they really knew how to handle big bosses with like a little smaller character, where they just had you do a bunch of like quick time events and stuff. I don't
Oh,
think it
QTEs,
doesn't look.
man.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're doing it.
I haven't
with,
saw any QTEs actually. Correct.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna do it. But I hope that just means that they're approaching it.
It's not
you know.
2012 anymore. We don't need QTEs, but a lot of although some games do it pretty well, I think, like Resident Evil,
Well,
for example.
Well, famously, I think Spider-Man from 2018 got like knocked for that, even though it's a really great game. A lot of people like knocked it for that specifically was the fact that they had a lot of QTEs at different points. And I remember then they showed off Miles Morales, and and they were showed off like one of the parts they showed off had a QTE in it, and everyone was like, "Oh no, not again!" And they were like, "No, no, we promise you, this is like the only one of the only moments in the game that has it."
You
It was
didn't
just
have to show it then.
yeah, it was one of those like they showed off gameplay and stuff, and then they showed like this really small sequence of that, and I was like, "Damn, dude."
Why? One game that's kinda stuck with me when it comes to QTEs is Dying Light, the last boss. It was like I think entirely quick time events, like press this, press that, and bam, he's done. Which is like terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, I think QTEs are definitely old.
Wait, wait, where did Baldur go?
I have no idea. He disappeared.
And it's his stream, so you can take some bad words now and get him back.
Relax
when he's
with
not
Tim.
there.
Relax with Tim. Relax music. Next week, I think they're gonna show Biomutant on next gen. I
Oh,
did
nice.
see. I did see. I don't. I mean, I don't have any information on that, but if they are, that's awesome. I know that they said that they were leading on last gen because that's I guess what they had ready, or that's what they didn't want to like focus on, like trying to do like a version of the game that they didn't have ready. So yeah, I think they're gonna do next. I think they did say I think a couple weeks ago. I think that's one of the developers said that that there will be like a next gen update or something at some point, but it's just not gonna be at launch.
So it's coming out for PC, PS4, and Xbox.
And
One.
Xbox, yeah.
I think this will be,
So
although maybe not. It's probably too powerful for the Switch. Although when Witcher 3 successfully managed to, I mean, quote unquote, successfully.
Hey, I don't know how The Witcher 3 runs on Switch, but if you can get that
doesn't.
game on Switch, it doesn't. Right? Okay, fine. But if you can get that game on Switch, you can probably get anything on Switch.
Yeah, exactly my thoughts. So
That's why. Well, that's why I know like the Hitman 3 on Switch. It's not really Hitman 3 on Switch. It's Hitman 3 streaming on Switch.
it's
good
like
luck
cloud
with
gaming. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, and like good luck with that because like the Switch, like forget about it. The Wi-Fi the adapter is like literally like assembled in like the basement of like some like fifth graders, like like a fifth grader assembled it in a basement with like if fucking like the straw of like a juice box. Like
Yeah,
that's
I'm
like
not
how bad it
compatible to
is.
talk about
Although
the consoles. I don't really know anything about the consoles. I don't
but
like the consoles.
we were talking about the possible Switch port for Biomutant, but probably that's gonna happen.
Maybe later.
That's
maybe
not gonna
later.
happen because it's a small studio and whatnot.
No, if they, in case they blow up and they earn some big amount of money, they will probably make a port for Switch, but later this year.
Are there any information about the current pre-order numbers?
No, we
No.
don't have the pre-order numbers in this point right now, but by watching the hype on the internet, on the Twitter, on the Reddit, and on Discord, I think there is a lot of people that
Yeah,
will
people are
pre-order the
really
game
interested
because
in Biomutant.
they
Nice,
made a lot
nice.
of accessories, of Biomutant accessories, like dolls and a lot of stuff, and people
Well-
is really hyped for that.
Merch, right?
Yeah,
Well, you know,
merch, yeah.
I think also people were kind of burned with what happened with a lot of the game. Like, even if you want to take the last few games that came out, the big games, like, I don't know, like what was the big one? Like for example, Returnal, or then Cyberpunk before that, or whatever game before that. If you want to take, or Outriders, you want to take all these games, right? I think people are burned in a little bit because even if they like the game and the games are great, and I haven't played them, I didn't play Returnal, I didn't play Outriders, so I don't know about them.
I played
Even if they're
Outriders and
Do you have some Ryan? Do you have some Gears of War vibes from Outriders, or I'm just crazy?
no, definitely. Well, that's the thing is that it's actually made People Can Fly. They actually made one of the Gears of War games, Gears of War Judgment,
Oh,
only on the
that
360, I
explains
think.
everything then.
So they kind of have a little bit of a history of Gears of War. But like I haven't played those games, like Returnal or Outriders or whatever. But if you look at those games, like I think people are a little burned because those games came out and like they functioned, but they were kind of buggy. You know?
Yeah.
yeah,
They were kind of buggy and they're a
have
little bit
Outriders. I
broken.
bought that game and I tried the Outriders, and for me, if you want honest opinion, it's better to go and play Destiny 2 than Outriders. It's more fun. In my opinion, it's a really better game in every segment. Outriders is good game, but I don't know. I'm not in that.
It kind of looks
kind
bland to me and generic,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, and I didn't play the Gears 5.
Gears looks unique.
Unique,
like
and this is
all the heavy
like
armor
some
and
kind of
stuff, yeah.
copy of Gears with some Destiny elements and mix of a lot of other games, and they wanna be unique, but they're not.
Outriders
Outriders is not in the game.
came out in just right when it comes to the release date, I think, because people are pissed off at Cyberpunk and they wanted some, I don't know, some new game, some new AAA game, and it's a AAA
Yeah,
game.
and
right?
and in that moment, the developers of
And it did
Destiny
really well.
made some changes, so the audience of Destiny was Destiny players was pissed on Destiny 2, so the
Because of
Outriders
the
came in
transmog
the
system
perfect
and
moment. Yeah,
microtransactions, yeah.
the
Yeah,
Outriders
but-
came in the perfect moment.
But they capitalize on the good release date because people just wanted some new AAA game. So it's probably a solid game, right?
Yeah, that's
But
that's really
amazing.
important thing to release game in perfect moment. So release
Biomutant also
day
has a great release date because there is like no new
Yeah.
RPGs coming out.
except the
what?
Burning Crusade Classic.
It's not. That's an MMO. That's entirely
Just kidding,
different
just
audience,
kidding,
right?
just kidding, bro.
No one will
Yeah.
wow to play Biomutant. I mean, but there is no other single player, not even close. I think. At least
Yeah,
I
I-
don't know.
yeah. Well, I think probably, and the thing is, it doesn't really count. So like you're technically right. The only thing I would say is probably like the closest like big RPG that came out, and
Oh,
it's
really?
a re-release. It's Mass Effect, but that's like a re-release, so it doesn't
Wait,
really count.
Is it out? Right?
Yeah, it's out.
Oh, it's already out. So.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it doesn't really count. So it's because it's like a re-release technically. I mean, people are really excited about it. I'm excited about it, and I've because I've been
people
playing
love
it.
Mass Effect, yeah, people love it.
Yeah, and I love Mass Effect, but like it doesn't really. I don't really count that as like, oh, this is like a major. I mean, it's a major release. It's a big release. It's a big franchise, and it's a really popular one. But I don't know if it's like counts as like there really isn't like you said like a lot of like new RPGs, like beyond Mass Effect, like new RPGs that are
Yeah,
out.
the Biomutant have a lot of potential to be one of the best games this year so far.
Yeah,
One of
fill
the
that
most
void, I
the
think.
game that surprised
It could
us
fill that
the
void,
most.
I
Yeah.
think. That void
I
that's
will be
been
happy as long
lacking.
as it's just a good RPG, right? It doesn't have to be the best game. Like,
Yeah.
It doesn't. Well, that's the thing I was saying is like, look, it it's probably I'm probably going to enjoy it. Like I would be very surprised if I didn't like it.
Even if you
Um
hate everything around the combat
yeah,
system,
I would say
the combat looks
even if
fun.
it's yeah,
Hey,
even
have
if it's not
some
a
unique segments
even
and
if it's not
elements.
perfect or if it's just okay, I would be very surprised if I didn't like it.
No, I
You
will
know?
definitely like the game because as far as I could see so far, I am literally watching the gameplay right now and everything I see so far looks interesting and I like everything. And I'm more than sure that I will like the game. But
You never know, but
yeah,
that's
I will,
probably the case, right?
bro. I never know. You're right, but I'm I'm 99% sure that I will at least enjoy at the beginning.
Yo, I forgot to ask Ryan, did you show your red switch, right? Or that's just a mask?
Yeah. Yeah, hold on. Yeah. Yeah.
Nah.
Have you played Monster Hunter? Monster Hunter
No.
Rise? No?
No.
Good.
No, I'm not
It's a specific game series, so if you don't like it, that's like
no, it's more
understandable.
like I'm one of those like I'm trying to like I don't want to say it like I'm like on drugs, like be good, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
it just like I'm trying not to buy games if I'm not gonna be playing them too soon.
Oh, that's a good decision actually.
Yeah, in
fuck.
case you're interested in that game and you wanna know a good
Yeah,
opinion,
cause
check his review video. He's published it
You
few hours ago,
should,
yesterday.
if you want to get, have you played any of the Monster Hunter games before?
no, I played the demo for Monster Hunter World and I really liked it, but my one friend I was like because it's actually part of the PlayStation Plus collection on PS5, so I
Yeah.
technically have it. Yeah, so I technically have it for free.
The world is like a totally different. I mean, not totally, but the direction of the game was a little bit different.
Yeah,
Not
I'm
a little
playing
bit,
World
actually a
and
lot.
the Rise looks a lot
The
different. than
Rise is like a traditional Monster Hunter game, more like a traditional Monster Hunter game with quality of lights,
Yeah,
life
I
features from World.
yeah, I just know I don't want to. I'm trying not to buy games unless I know I'm gonna play them at some point. Like, I got for free on PlayStation Plus. I got that game Neo,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and I played it with
Neo
a friend
2.
last year recently, and I was like, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I wasn't enjoying it at all.
Yeah, I'm kind of afraid to say that exact thing actually because a lot of
So
people asked me to cover Neo 2 now, and I am afraid I'm not going to enjoy it, so I didn't.
yeah, Nikki, we want it to. um, yeah, I didn't like it, and I tried to.
Oh, hello, Nikki. We want this game too.
Yeah, yeah.
Trust me, we want it so
to.
badly.
Yeah, I didn't like I just didn't like it, and then I bought 2 because I was like, oh, I heard 2 is much better, but
you
it's
didn't
literally
like
been
2 as
sitting.
well?
I'm sorry.
You didn't like Neo 2 as well? right?
No, so I bought 2, and it's like still here on nearby in plastic.
Oh, nice.
So I was literally like telling my girlfriend yesterday,
Good.
I'm like, I think I'm gonna get rid of it because I'm not gonna play it. I have no interest in it. Like I
So
literally just
why-
bought it because
why
I
did
thought
you
I was
lose
gonna
it?
like. I bought it because I thought I really like. I bought it around the time like, I want to say like while I was like kind of working on Neo 1 and I was like trying to convince myself that I liked it, and then I was like, oh well, I heard Neo 2 is better, so if I can get through Neo 1, I'll play Neo 2 and I'll enjoy it much more. But I just don't like it.
Do you enjoy Souls-like games
Very.
in general, or
I do like Souls-like games. Like I like Demon Souls remake was awesome.
Demon
Like-
Souls look? I mean, it almost makes me want to buy a PS5 actually.
Oh, no,
Although
it
even
is
if I
awesome.
want
Yeah,
to, I
we
can't.
talked about that.
We can't
talked-
find it anywhere. Man.
Bro, it's,
Yeah, no.
in Europe it's really hard to find PS5. And if you
I-
find one, it's actually someone bought it and sell it for €1,000,
Scalpers,
€1,000
yeah,
bucks.
you
You know,
scalpers.
scammers.
Well, the funny thing is like my girlfriend told me she was gonna get me one for Christmas this past year, and I was like, oh, it's very nice of you, don't have to, but she insisted, right? So
Baby, you
one
hear
night,
this? You hear this?
yeah. So I told her, I said, okay, I guess I'm glad you told me because I need to help you find it because it's gonna be hard to find. So I was not able to get a pre-order. So I go and one night, you get the notifications all the time, whatever. Do you guys have a Kohl's by where you are? Kohl's?
What is that?
It's like a clothing retail store, right? Typically, they sell some electronics, but nothing really like major. So I got a notification one night, like, oh, they're gonna start selling the PS5 like a bundle at I don't know, like 1 a.m. And I'm like, I send in my girlfriend, I'm like, you wanna check this out? She's like, okay. So like, but we both try to go buy one literally at 1 a.m. and like 15 minutes go by, and she's like, I got it. I go, what?
Oh, damn.
Yo, you see this comment from Nikki? The price of Biomutant in UK is 49 pounds. What?
Pounds, yeah.
And that is around $60, I think.
I think.
Is that $60? I was gonna ask you because I wouldn't know.
I don't
We
know.
don't know
I'm
pounds as
not-
well.
in Serbia we use euros and our currency.
We're not
you know.
sure. Not sure. Not sure, Tater. I don't know. I'm getting a PS4 because I'm gonna play it backwards compatible on my PS5 because that's where I primarily game on.
Yeah.
But I think honestly, I think whatever platform you get it on will probably be fine.
So you think there is not a huge difference
PS4 or
between
Xbox
PS4
One
or
for this
Xbox?
game, bro.
Yeah.
PC definitely.
No, the only thing I
Don't
could
ask
see.
me. I'm PC gamer. I'm not compatible to say which console you should take game for, but
I think if you don't know what console you want to get it for, and you have the option of getting both or even a PC, I think you should wait for reviews and see how it is on each console or how it performs, and then get
Yeah.
it based off that.
and in case you wanna know something more about gameplay on each console, you can check the YouTube channel of official YouTube channel of THQ Nordic. They released 3 videos 3 days ago. Every video is for one is for
Yeah.
PC, one is for consoles, and one is for console plus series. I
Oh,
don't know.
I thought you were going to.
Yeah, Nikki, it's for PS4, it's for Xbox One, and it's for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. But it plays backwards compatible on the Series X and the PS5 as well.
Yeah.
So do you guys have some questions for PewDiePie?
Yeah, PewDiePie, how are you doing, bro?
He's been ignoring us the whole time. I'm not a fan right now.
How rude of
He's
him,
playing
man.
his game.
Hey, listen, I don't blame him, bro.
Anyways, relax with Tim. He's from Sweden and got his PS5 10 days after launch.
Hey, you're
for
lucky.
you, bro. You're lucky.
Yeah, you
definitely.
are lucky.
In Serbia, it's really hard to find, and it's really hard to find brand new PS5. Someone bought and sell it like for
Yeah, there are a bunch
$1,000.
of scalpers everywhere. So yeah.
Yeah.
It's not this
Yeah.
hard here. I think it's globally hard to get it. So.
No, it definitely is hard globally. I had thought, being optimistic, I had thought that the launch that around like
Something is
summertime of
happening
this.
with stream, guys. Do you have?
What?
I don't know, something. We are stuttering. Am I right?
I don't know.
It seems fine. I don't know.
I couldn't tell. I can't
Maybe
tell on my
it's
end.
just me. I will try.
All right. Well, the chat can tell us to stop if they notice anything crazy. But
Actually, I heard some stuttery. Yeah, it was a bit stuttery.
is that me or is it on your end?
I think it's because of my PC or so. Wait, I have a tons
Tell your
of.
wife to turn off the Wi-Fi on her phone.
No, it's
The
not because
Russian
of the
bitrate,
internet.
man.
I think it's not because of the internet. I think it's because of my PC, because I have tons of browser tabs open, and there are like about 10 tabs opened in the
It
one
sounds-
browser, and I have 3 browsers opened.
It seems fine. It seems fine now. I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
I turned off. Okay.
Um,
So where we stopped?
I don't
Your
know.
buddy
You stopped me.
RPG Authority, but your buddy Baldur's RPG Authority, right? Hey guys,
Yeah,
following the
yo,
stream.
bro, RPG Authority. He is a small content creator like we are, and he was covering outward game for a while. He's really good. So
Uh,
hello RPG Authority.
yeah, what's up, dude? Um,
Anyway,
oh yeah, I was saying that it is hard globally to get one. I was anticipating that like the summer, around like this past summer, or are we coming up to this summer or something that they would be like easier, or at least around this time it'd be a little easier to get. But it seems that like I think Sony has been like kind of hinting that it's probably going to shortage is probably going to last until into next year.
yeah,
That like that's how like kind of rough it's been like manufacturing wise, because you got to understand like like and I didn't realize this until I had this issue with the PS5 is that a lot of these like a lot of companies use the some of the parts that the PS5 has, like the what are they called, the semiconductors, like phones use those, like some of the pieces and stuff that's inside the
So that's
phones.
part of the problem of the shortage of consoles.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's part of the problem. It's just like the pieces that are like all these pieces that are like in the consoles, they're used in like people use them for gaming PCs, people use them in consoles, people use them in like the phones and stuff. So that's like a big problem with like what they're like. I think a lot of it's like the chips and the graphics cards that they're having trouble with. Like my brother went to there's a local store around here, a Micro Center,
Yeah.
and they have all that stuff like computer stuff. They um they literally have what's it called, like they have like he said like the whole all where the graphics cards are, and if you go in the store, all gone, empty. Like
Yeah.
people are coming in. I was there the other day and people are coming in and being like, "Hey, do you have any graphic cards?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no. We don't have any." Like
Yeah,
not even like
and the
low end
prices
ones. They
for
don't have
graphic
any.
cards are go insanely.
Yeah, the prices for GPUs
Yeah.
are insane, man, insane. Yo,
Yeah.
Alexa says you
Shout
gotta get
out
some
Micro
of
Center.
You got a new
Yeah,
phone.
yeah, that's
Alexa, can I borrow one from you?
no, that was no, that's my girlfriend. She got one for me. And she
Oh,
got one
Oh, Alexis,
for
your girlfriend. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, yeah, no, she got one for me and she got one
You're
for her
exposed,
brother.
dude. You have 3 PS5s. You're exposed.
No, no, I don't have three PS5s. She just was able to get me one, get her brother one, and get like her other friend one.
Yeah, nice save.
Um,
Okay.
no, I'm dead serious, yeah.
And again,
Yeah, I like
honey,
just pull
you
up
hear
like
this?
three PS5s. I'm just like, fuck you guys.
Bro,
I'm like,
I
yo,
hope my
$2,000 a
wife
piece. What do you
listening to
want?
this and
Maybe,
and we
bro.
will get our PS5s from her too.
It's like,
Although,
yo,
to
this
be
is
honest-
yo, I got a PS5 right up in my feet. Got a one behind me. Everywhere I go is PS5.
Yeah, use it as a seat. So.
Yeah, you know those pictures you got in the warehouse of the PS5? That's my room. You just don't see it in the camera here.
To be honest, I don't have a lot of. I didn't have a lot of. I didn't have the urge to get it on the release date or anything because I thought there are not so much games on. So
There's
much good
not.
games, so
There's
good
not. There's no
games, right?
reason to.
All-
You're
but-
not wrong though. That's a thing.
But when
Like,
I saw
I-
Demon Souls, man, sorry for interrupting. When I
No,
saw
no, you
Demon
go ahead.
Souls, and the quality of that remake was just wow. The sound design, man. Okay, brag. The sound design, man, was incredible. So it might sound stupid. I just want to get for just to feel that sound design. I don't know what. How did you play it with your headphones, right?
Yeah, so I played a little bit without the headphones. I played it with headphones. One of the things that the great thing about, and I honestly kind of hope this is like how Biomutant is, because sometimes with the audio, it's like it's does like the thing I loved about Biomutant, not Biomutant, the Demon Souls, and like this is the whole thing with the Souls series, is that they're so like good at just like capitalizing on silence.
Oh yeah.
Like, there's
there's
like
no
just
ambient. I mean,
yeah,
there's
there's no
ambient sound,
ambient
but
music. There's
yeah.
like very rare, like you just hear your footsteps and just like little things growling or like dropping, and
waiting
like
for the
it's
next
like
thing to jump on your neck.
yeah,
Yeah,
and it's
it's
so
creepy.
effective. Like yeah, it's so effective in that.
Have you
But
played
yeah,
Have you played Mortal Shell, the Souls like that came out last year, right?
No, but I know they did a PS5 upgrade, I think, for it, so I'm actually kind of excited
Oh, yeah.
to get that at some
And
point and jump into
bro,
it.
have you heard about that? Glee, what is the name of that game from those two
Wait,
developers?
what? What did you call me? What did you just call me?
No,
Like?
bro. Sorry. Click. What is the name of the game from the two developers from the Montenegro?
Oh yeah, the upcoming Souls, like it's called.
Bleak Fate. Yeah, Bleak Fate.
Yeah, Bleak Fate Forsaken. Yeah, Bleak Fate
Have you
Forsaken.
heard
That
about
sounds
that game?
familiar. I probably have. I can't place it what it looks like at this point.
Yeah, the game is
Yeah.
made from two guys working on that
I
game,
use
and
that game as an example. I mean, it's not out yet. We have gameplay videos, right? But I use that new update video from Bleak Fate Forsaken just to prove my point sometimes about smaller developers. And it's just two guys, and they made such a huge progress when it comes to development. When you compare the demo from 2019 and the newest gameplay video, it's like night and day, right? It's a huge difference.
yeah,
So it's I think it's a good example how small developers can develop great games. And I'm saying again, we don't know anything. I didn't try. I did try out the demo from 2019, and I was actually impressed with some features and what they managed to do with such a small team. But there's actually a new demo on the way for that game, so you can check it out.
I will
It's
definitely,
Yeah.
I will definitely, and I have been tracking the progress of that game for quite some time, and I am planning to make some kind of preview video, but I really don't have much time right now because
You're lazy. You're lazy.
no, I am trying to spend every free time
I know, man. I know, I
to
know.
make a Biomutant video. I want to cover that game, and I don't have much time for other games. But I
Yeah,
hope
man,
I will.
I better see like 600 videos from you next week on Monday
Yeah,
about
yeah,
Biomutant.
yeah.
I want them all. I want every minute to there be another video from you.
Yeah, it will.
Every minute is the
Bro,
first. Every minute,
bro,
every minute he does 15 minute. He does 15 videos. Every minute he releases another video. It's just a minute of the video.
I'm grinding, bro. I'm
Yeah.
grinding.
I
I will
expect like
definitely
5
do more
videos to
streams,
release it.
definitely, because it's much more easier content. Stream is much more easier content right now.
So you're saying you want to do easy content?
No, not easy content, but I will try to cover the
I'm
game.
joking, man. Yeah.
You
Streaming
know
is.
what I mean.
Yeah. I'm joking.
And
of course.
if I don't manage to make a video, I will definitely go and stream that day.
Yeah. Wait, did I ask you for the review? Do you plan to do a review about that? I think I asked Ryan. I didn't ask you.
Bro, you know that I will do review.
No, I know, but
Yeah.
do you plan to do it as soon as possible?
No,
or-
I told that when we talked at the beginning, I will at least spend 2-3 weeks to try to investigate every segment of the game. I want to go as deeper as I can, so I can make a little
Yeah.
bit longer review video than my usual videos, and I will go in depth. So the review video will come at least 10, 15 or 20 days after the release,
Oh,
and
that's okay,
and in the middle I will do
Doing
s-
impressions.
not impressions. I don't like impressions.
Wait,
I will
is
do
it-
impressions on the stream, but I will do some beginner guides, some tips and tricks, some combat guides and stuff like that.
What do you guys think about the mech gameplay? Like that thing that looked like power armor from.
Yeah, my
from-
opinion is I don't like that kind of gameplay because
That'd be cool, right?
it's cool. It's cool to see, but I prefer not to use the max. But I guess I will see eventually when I try the game.
That's not related to mutations, right?
No, you have several types of vehicles, mounts, and stuff like that in game. So mechs are one. You have a robotic mechs with like complete armor mechs, and you will have some mechanical attachments like some kind of propeller on your helicopter on your back. so you can jump higher or you can fly short distances, and you will have
Yeah.
robotic parts on your body, like grappling hook or some mechanical fist or something like that. But complete armored mechs like you can see in the trailer, I'm not the fan of that, honestly.
Yeah, well, I think the good news is that there's more than it looks like. There's like a crap ton of ways to get around.
Yeah,
So
there
you
will
don't.
be tons of mounts in the game, definitely,
Wait,
like
how
ground
big is
mounts,
how big
swimming
is the map?
mounts.
How big is the map?
I
As
think they
far
said like I think it's like 8 by I think it's like kilometers, something like that. Eight by
four
eight or
by
something.
4 kilometers.
4 by 4, something like that. Yeah.
Okay, that will be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, the map is pretty large, and it's split to several zones that are unique on their way, definitely, because of the mutations, because of the contaminations, and you will have some zone from the, as they say, old world, where you will find contamination pools, and you will need the gas mask or oxygen canisters to explore that area, that zone. On other
Yeah.
side, you will have cold zones that you will need better and warmer armor and piece of gear to explore those zones. So exploring in this game and exploring and everything related to that will be really interesting. Plus to that,
I
you will
just
have
I
mounts. Mounts will be,
Oh yes, I forgot about mounts, but I hope the exploration itself will be rewarding. And the map, I'm just looking at the map right now. The map looks like from a strategy game or something, which is like really cool. It kind of looks like Mount and Blade Warband, or at least it reminds me of it a bit.
How
you
do you
mean
guys
that
feel about
geographic look of the map.
how do you guys feel about like because they know they were talked about the resistances that you can put on your character and how you go to different areas of the map and there will be different resistances that you'll be able to have, for example, like like you're resistant to cold, but if you go to like a part of the map that's like very radioactive, like you're gonna like lose health, but you can always like upgrade your resistance to that. And they said they're like, okay, but you can go like get 100% like resistance to all those
Yeah, I
things.
think that
So what do
resistances are
you
connected to your piece of gear, to your
right? So
armor. Yeah.
what do you think? Because they said that you can have as well if you can upgrade them and get 100% resistance. Like, what do you think about that? Because I feel like I feel like
Survival skills,
sometimes
right?
what happened?
Sorry, those will be like survival skills, survival
Yeah.
mechanics, right?
Well, what I mean is specifically like, how do you feel about the fact that you can 100% get resistance to everything? Because I always think of it as like I feel like sometimes with these kind of with games, not necessarily the Biomutant, but games, they think that they have to give you the ability to upgrade everything. When it's like, or whatever like class you are, they think they have to give you every single ability, but it's like, I like while I want to pick my class and build my class, I also want to have a specific build for that class. Like so,
Yeah, class identity, right?
I can play as a Psy Freak and Baldur can play as a Psy Freak, but they're gonna be two different. We're
Yeah,
gonna play
completely different
differently.
ways.
Wait,
So I guess like that just makes me think like that's just one of those things. I guess it's probably not the best example, but it makes me think like are there other instances in the game where it's like, oh, but you can just get all the abilities as that class, for example. Maybe that's nothing. I'm just
yeah,
I
no,
don't know.
that's actually really interesting. Sorry, Baldur,
Yeah,
do you
yeah.
want to? You're basically talking about class identity, right? And
yeah.
uh, you said that it's going to be like environmental resistances that you can upgrade to 100%, right? And it totally eliminate the
Yeah.
dangers of particular environment hazards, right? Like
Yes.
poison and stuff. Uh, I don't think it's a good idea to have like 100%, but around maybe 80 or something, because you will lose the sense of the. I don't know. I'm talking about
Yeah, and maybe
play the game.
maybe the resistance is not a good example to draw
Yeah, but
from.
I get what you mean. You want to be able to play as the same class like another guy and have slightly different experience based on some gameplay features, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
but like I said, I really think that all the resistances will not be connected to your character in particular, but will be connected to your piece of gear, your armor and stuff like that. So if you need, I don't know, biological resistance or how to say, or cold resistance, you will get, you will need to use that kind of armor.
No,
So
it definitely will to an extent. But I know you pick one of your like starting resistances in the beginning, so
yeah,
I don't know if it's gonna be entirely based on that. That's why I
I
just
think
like
it will
figured
not.
like I would.
I think it will not.
I think it will be
So
really interesting to see how much actual, let's say, consequences you have from building, starting with a unique character, like having a big head makes you have higher intellect, right? And
Yeah,
although they
something like
said you
that.
can change that through the game as well, so I don't know how forgiving will that system be, but I think it could probably be a better idea to have that as a permanent choice in the beginning. How do you think? What do you think about that, Ryan? And
yeah, I think it made like you said, I think it makes sense to build up some of your resistances to like like maybe like you can it's not 100%, but you can build them up. But again, it doesn't really seem like it may not be a big deal.
Miko?
Like maybe
Sorry.
there's part of it where it's one of those like, oh well, I want to be able to travel the map without getting damage every time, which is fair. That's totally fair. So maybe this is like again like not the best example to draw from, but it just makes me think like I want to I that's what I kind of look for because I guess I think about like a game, maybe it's not the best example. I look at a game like Divinity, like Original Sin, where you can focus on different skills in different classes. Like you can be a rogue that's like an archer primarily, or you can be a rogue that's like
yeah, it's
daggers
flexible.
and
It's
stuff
really
like that.
flexible. Yeah, yeah.
Or yeah, it's like flexible in that way. Or you can be like a rogue who's like, like goes like what's it called, cloaks themselves all the time. Something like that. So maybe not the best example to draw from
Yeah,
again,
yeah, I
but
get you. I get
still,
you.
just something that I thought about.
At first, when I saw and the first video I made, like I said in 2019, I thought that your choice at the beginning, when it comes to your character in the character creation, will be permanent, right? And I really thought that was a great idea. But then I heard that you can change it throughout the game, although it shouldn't be really easy to change it.
You will not be
Right?
able to change it. I mean completely. You will.
Your DNA, right? They
Yeah, you will.
talking
You will
about
have the
DNA, right?
opportunity to modify your DNA throughout the mutations. Yeah, throughout the mutations, you will be able to configure your DNA and to make slightly differences than the character you created at the beginning.
Can you
know.
make your head bigger or smaller?
I think not. I think no, because those kinds of
Oh, actually, that is exactly what I was referring to. So if you can't actually change your
your physic, I think you cannot
physical appearance.
completely change your physical appearance like bigger head. You cannot make it smaller later because that's kind of
Because
character you
basically
created.
every
Yeah,
because basically every physical option you have in the character creation menu affects your stats, right?
yeah. But when later in the game,
I
yeah, yeah,
I kind of no, I kind of like I kind of like when a game lets you not like maybe it's not tied to stats, like maybe they let you go and like customize your character later with just like appearance stuff. Um, because one of the things I used to do, like speaking of Fallout 4 from before, what I liked about Fallout 4, and I liked about other games that do it, is that I was able to go and customize my character even after I customized them. So if I wanted to change their look entirely, but I wouldn't do that. What I would do in Fallout 4 is like as I would play the game, I would go and like go to the customization character, and I would just like make them like put more scars on them, make them look older, so it looks like time's passing. So
Yeah,
I
but
kind of like the ability to like customize it. I don't know how it's going to work in Biomutant because I know it's very heavily dependent upon how you look, like how you morph the character is what your stats are
yeah,
basically going to be. So I don't know if it's going to work like
yeah,
that way.
cosmetical options are. I'm fine with that. That you can change it in the middle of the game. That's totally fine by me. But to think how many times
You will
I
have the opportunity to, I don't know, to add some, like I mentioned before, some robotic parts to configure
but those
some.
are part of the mutations, right?
Yeah, yeah. The part of the mutations and the part of the uh, I don't know how to say crafting, because you will have to, you will have the opportunity to craft some mechanical body parts. You know. You,
Okay, okay, that
Yeah.
makes sense. Okay, okay. I was just wondering about the ability. I was just actually wondering about how important it is to make your character unique in the beginning with all the DNA stuff. But okay, that makes sense.
yeah, and I was wondering, because I'm constantly watching the video, the PewDiePie's video, and I noticed that the enemy variety and the variety of NPCs in the game are really
It's great.
impressive. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
great.
it's really
Yeah,
impressive.
that's really impressive actually.
At the
Especially
beginning of the
because
game, at the beginning of the game, you can see literally a tons of different NPCs and different enemies in early game.
that's interesting because that's one part of the gameplay which smaller developers are struggling with usually, right?
Yeah,
AA studios. Although, when you think about it, Biomutant is a AAA game because of the price, right? At
and
least
because I
I
think
think so,
the
right?
price is because of the publishers. They have a really
But
strong
that doesn't
publisher.
make sense. That's it doesn't make sense then. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. But $60 sounds like too. Honestly, it sounds too much for a double A game. Even though even if it turns out right, I don't know. Okay, I'll stop talking now. What do you think about the price, Ryan?
I don't.
He don't care. He's
I
rich.
don't. No, no, no. I no. Yeah, yeah. Right. That's why I have 16 PS5s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're exposed.
Yeah, well, that's the funny thing is like now that I said that, someone's gonna remember this stream somewhere and like
Yeah, you're
come
gonna
at me
get some
and be
comments.
like,
Yeah.
"Well, this guy's got 16 PS5s," and I'm like, "Okay, then." I was
Wait, isn't
joking,
that
but
the
all
guy
right.
that got 16 PS5?
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't have an issue with price. I don't really see a reason why. I feel like we're getting into like this weird like conversation of like where people are like, "Well, this game is this, this, and this, so it needs to be this price." It's like,
No, don't get me wrong. It's just surprising to me because because part of their marketing campaign, I think it was like we are small developers, this and that. We need a lot of time, and I really thought it's not really important to me, to be honest. And but I know
well,
it will be important to some people. I always get comments about the
well,
price, and so
Well, the thing is that I would also suggest that they also are being backed by a publisher that is
Yeah.
I would argue maybe not like a few years ago, but definitely in the last like couple of years have become like a much bigger publisher.
THQ is a monster now. THQ
Yeah.
Nordic
Yeah, I would
monster
maybe
now.
if I don't know, I mean I wasn't really following the scene like as of like a few years ago, but I would definitely argue in the like last few years they've definitely become like a
Bro, they
big like
bought a lot
publisher.
of franchise from a lot. They have a lot of franchise.
A lot
They
of
bought.
IPs. I
Yeah,
mean, yeah, a
IPs.
lot
Yeah,
of IPs.
sorry, a lot of IPs. They bought the rights for Gothic. They bought the rights for Kingdoms of Amalur. They have a lot of
I like,
IPs to
yeah,
work
I
on.
love the moves they're making with all the IPs they have, and for the most part they're doing such a great job with re-releases. Although some people were not so happy about the remastered version of Kingdoms of Amalur, but I
Yeah,
personally
I
thought it was
think it
great
was right. It
actually.
was great.
I thought it was great as well because I like the game, right? But there were some people who thought that it's not exactly a good remake because it doesn't add a lot of new things. But that will change actually in a couple of months with the new
It's
expansion.
big
So
difference, remake and remaster, you know, and Gothic will be remake,
Oh,
and Kingdoms of
yeah,
Amalur was remaster.
yeah, you
well,
got it on the Switch as well, Ryan. Kingdoms of Amalur. I don't know if you know that.
I never
Re-reckoning, yeah.
played yeah, I never played the King of the Amalur. I actually was interested in the remaster because I was like, wow, like This is what I said about Mass Effect. If you have not played Mass Effect yet, this is the perfect time to play it because you can get all 3 games and all that DLC content for $60. You want to talk
That's
about
great.
like the
That's great.
value? You want to talk about like us like games that like you want to talk about price? That's a fantastic price if you
Yeah,
have never played any of the games.
That's great. How about?
That's a great price.
Can I ask your
But
opinion about Andromeda?
I see like you're gonna get me you're gonna get no you're gonna get me no you're actually gonna get me some hate here
You told
because
me
I'm
everything by
actually
your smile, so
no no no
I know.
no 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 you have no idea what I'm gonna say. I guarantee you. You're gonna get me a lot of hate now because I'm gonna
You love
say
it.
like
You
live
love
on the stream that I actually really do like Andromeda, which I know is like rare.
it fine because the gameplay looks. I didn't play it, but the gameplay actually looks really fun to me. I don't know.
So I think that everyone's when people criticize Andromeda, I can't really defend it because it's not like the trilogy. It's not great, but I think it's a good game overall, and I really did enjoy it for what it was. And yeah, I liked it. I know that like that's not a popular opinion, but I really enjoyed it. Um,
Yeah, it's your opinion.
but
It's
I
subjective opinion. Yeah.
yeah, but I always go but it's like this. I told my friend I'm like, listen, at first I was not gonna get it at launch, but then I thought, who am I fucking kidding, man? I love Mass Effect. Like I'm gonna like, and I said this about the Legendary Edition. I'm like, guys, if they literally like
Yo,
I'm
I'm sorry
exaggerating a
for
tiny bit.
interrupting. Do you see this scene right now? You see this mount?
Yeah.
It looks great. It definitely looks great, and I noticed that in this gameplay, PewDiePie had chance to ride a couple of different mounts. So you will have a couple of different mounts in early game.
Oh shit.
Yeah, in early game. This is I don't know how much it is. 3 hours of gameplay right now. He spent 3 hours of gameplay and he was able to ride a few different mounts.
That was great, actually.
Yeah,
Um,
in every game you will have that part of community that like mounts and like to collect stuff like mounts, you know.
Yeah,
So
one of the
there will be a
biggest.
lot of people that will be go exploring and collecting mounts. Like in
One,
Immortals Phoenix Rising, I have a video in which I go around and collect, and there is tons of mounts in Immortals. So I hope there will be in this game too.
okay, Ryan, finish your train of
Sorry,
thought.
sorry.
Or I
no, it's all right.
talking about mounts.
No, I was just gonna say with Mass Effect, I said this in multiple videos to guys. Like, listen, like you have to understand when I say I'm biased about the game and I can't like critique it or review it, it's because if they literally put like shit in a case and they said this is the right remaster, I would have bought it and said like I love it. To an extent, like obviously they literally put shit. I would have been like, what the fuck is this? But like I'm just saying to like the point of like it didn't matter how it turned out because I probably would have bought it anyway. And like maybe that's my fault. I'm a sucker like
No,
that,
you are
but that's just
definitely a fan of that game. So people cannot judge you because you love the franchise. You know.
yeah. And you know, there's gonna be definitely people obviously who are gonna be like,
I
it
keep
doesn't
seeing.
look, it doesn't look,
Yeah.
doesn't look good. And I'm like, guys, it objectively does look better. Like you can't tell me it doesn't. You can say you don't like the changes. That's fine. I just feel like it objectively does look better.
Yeah.
Like that's not like you know, if I can play the game in 4K, I'm good.
I never played game in 4K because of my PC. That's
Yeah,
the
I
advantage of consoles. You can play games in better
That is
resolutions.
yeah, no, the advantage of these newer consoles is you can get in and like yeah, like 400 $500, that's a lot. But you can get in at that price point and be able to play your games in like 4K at least 60 FPS, and that's a good, you know, some people, you know, in order to get that on PC, I think you have to spend like at least $1,000 or more.
Yeah.
I think people became elitist when it comes to this because at least when I take a look at my gaming experience, quote unquote, I can basically play the game on my PC in like okay, it's not actually that crazy nowadays, full HD, right? But
Yeah.
I can switch to my PSP that's like 340p and have no problems to play the game if the game is fun, and so I don't know. But a lot of people are sensitive
Yeah,
when it comes to
about
frame
the
rates. When
resolution,
it comes to frame rates, especially when it comes to frame rates
to
nowadays.
frame rates and to resolution of the game. They want and graphic in general. A lot of people put a lot of noise around the graphics in the games. They ignore a lot of times they ignore the gameplay in general and put focus on graphics.
Yeah, I mean, I could personally, I could deal with the resolution not being great or like being at least HD or like whatever if the game has a high frame rate. Because I really do like the high frame rate because it objectively like with I feel maybe it's objectively like my opinion, but it makes games more enjoyable. It just
More
does.
fluid, man. It's more fluid.
It does. Like if
it's not an opinion. It's fact.
yeah, when you play like if you play like for example, you play like Spider-Man on PS4, it's a really good game, don't get me wrong. But when you play it on like your PS5 and you're playing at 60 FPS,
It's completely
it's
different experience.
so it's swinging around the city feels so good.
Yeah,
It feels 10 times better
saw
even
that
with
on YouTube.
yeah, even when it feels good in the original without the 60 FPS, playing it in 60 FPS on my PlayStation 5, it felt so good.
Yeah.
It feels so good. Like I left the game installed because I'm like, well, what if one day I just want to swing around the city? You know, just like I'm just like bored. I'm like, I'm just gonna swing around the city for a couple hours, something like that.
The frame rate on PS4 and Xbox One for Biomutant capped at 30, right?
I would assume
You
so.
know, wait. I will check that right now because I was wondering the same.
I would be really surprised if it runs.
I think regardless of what you think about frame rate and resolution, I think we can all agree anything less than 30 is probably just unacceptable.
Yeah, the frame rate is king, man. 30 is
30
yeah,
is like the bare minimum you should be
No,
hitting.
on
Constant.
PS4 Pro and Xbox One X, the frame rate
30, right?
is locked on 60 FPS.
60, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
and
that's really
on classic
It's probably
version
for-
of PlayStation 4. Let me
I'm
check.
sure it could probably. I would imagine it could probably that if that's the case, I would imagine that means you could probably do like 4K 60 on next
Yeah,
gen console
on
or
classic
current gen.
version of
Yeah,
PlayStation
easy.
4 and Xbox One is 30 FPS, but on Pro version of PS4 Pro and Xbox One X is 60 frames,
60 FPS,
which is really great, impressive, considering
Yeah.
Probably
they're
going to
really
suffer a
small
bit, but-
developers.
Yeah, but so I think we can all agree like 30 is like the bare minimum.
Yeah,
but
nothing
constant.
below the 30. Yeah,
Constant. There is a big difference between 30 and
Well,
constant 30.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I mean there's YouTubers that I've been watching and the one of them talks about that. He's like the language really pisses me off because it says, for example, even with Mass Effect, it'll say, "Oh, it can get up to 60 frames per second." I'm like, okay, so it's not going to be 60.
yeah, basically.
Like it's going to be like it's going to get hit 60. That doesn't mean it's going to stay at 60.
Yeah, I
Like
recently
locked
recently
60
played
and
the game.
up
I
to
don't
60
remember
different.
which one because it was a couple of months ago, but I had moments when I'm entering the city, the frame rate drops a really hardcore drop because in one moment I have been playing game in 60 frames, and when I enter the city it drops on 10 frames, you know, and it keeps.
Yeah.
Wait, which game?
I think it was. I don't remember. I think it was a Witcher game, and it was on a high settings. And when I
Witcher 3.
entered, yeah, and I entered the Novigrad and cities like that, you
Oh,
know,
That's
Witcher.
CPU issue, probably.
the frame drop can be really
Novigrad.
can
Yeah.
ruin the experience in some
Yeah,
points. Yeah,
and don't get me wrong, if the frame rate's 30 more or less and like you drop
Constant
like
frame rate,
and you
constant
drop
frame
like
rate.
1 frame or you 0.5 of a frame, you're probably not going to notice.
Yeah,
Like even if you're playing 60 FPS and you drop like 1 frame every once in a while, you're not going to notice.
no,
But-
and if it goes around between 50 and 60 frames, it is okay, you know. Everything is good. Minimum is 30 frames, you know, and
Yeah,
everything
I-
beneath 30 frames is
I have a
think
really
unplayable.
great example when it comes to this in the recent times because it's still fresh in my mind. Is Monster Hunter Rise on the Switch? It's it's like 90% time constant 30 FPS, and it feels really smooth
Yeah,
compared to some games.
the constant
Yeah.
frames are really important.
Yeah, and I felt a huge difference because I was playing. Balder knows this. I was playing Worlds and
With me,
jumped
by the
from
way.
jumping from World to Rise, and I mean it's a huge difference when you compare frame rate. But I just needed like 20 or so minutes to get used to the lower frame rate, and then it's okay. But if the frame rate was not constant, it would be a huge problem for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
guys,
They,
back to
yep.
Biomutant because
Yo, how long do you plan to stream, man? It's going on for 3 hours. So Ryan is getting
I'm
really tired.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just
I'm hungry.
wanted
I'm getting
to talk
hungry.
about that because it's really late here. I'm hungry. I'm tired. I'm getting up early for my primary job. I'm getting up in 4 hours to go to work. So we need to finish really soon.
Yeah. 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 Do you want to just do like some like closing thoughts before we wrap it up?
Yeah, but anyway, I just need to say that, guys, if you're listening and anyone, if you didn't check the Ryan's channel and Click for Gameplay's channel, go and check them, give them a proper support. They are really great content creators.
Oh, thank you.
I
Oh, there I am.
I have been working
Your
with
overlays on the stream leaked.
what?
Your overlay of Discord overlays on the stream.
Yeah, I moved. I moved it right now. I noticed. Sorry, it was mistake. Anyway, I hope that we will have more streams like this one in the future and that we'll cooperate in some videos in the future. But anyway, give them a proper support to give them check out. It's a big shout out for them.
Shamelessly promote all of our channels.
No,
It's your-
shamelessly,
Shamelessly
it's
promote all of us. Why not?
wow. I respect your work, so I will easily promote you.
Thank you.
Anyway,
Thank you.
guys, thank you very much for this. It was a great experience. Time flies, and who said that we are talking about 3 hours? We had a
Yeah.
lot of people come and goes, but we had about 20 people constantly on the stream, which is great because I'm really small content creator and I don't stream a lot.
You're actually. Do people know that you're actually small in real life as well?
No, I'm not. Sometimes maybe, but no. Middle just true. No, I'm 175 and that is not small, bro. And you are higher than me about 5 centimeters. That doesn't mean you are huge. Anyway, guys, thank you very much, and that will be it for tonight. You wanna say something?
No, just check out everyone's channels.
Yeah.
I think you said you'll put everyone's channel in the description or something.
Yeah, in description and
He
if you
didn't. He's supposed to, but he didn't. You have
I
to do
will
that
I will now. I don't know how to do that in the middle
now.
of the
No,
stream.
yeah, you have to end it, but and it will.
Wait
it
a
will be
sec.
good video.
Wait a second. Wait a second. I will
That's
do
the,
something.
it's okay. I was just joking around. Yeah. It was fun.
fun,
Yeah, it'd be cool to just do this again and not have to and maybe next time we don't have to feel like we have to talk about the single game. We can just kind of riff, which I really was enjoyable. But yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
This one was the first stream. My first stream. In
And great
last
for a
year.
first stream,
Yeah.
to be honest. I think so.
And I know sometimes to stutter when I'm tired and because of my English it's not my main
You
language.
start on Serbian when you're tired, and I do as well, so that's not a problem. And it's been 3 hours, I think. Even the new
Yeah.
speakers, like Ryan is really tired. He's changing his sitting position like 40 times.
I'm just
more.
very I'm
Yeah.
just very fidgety. I'm just very fidgety. I'm always just like, man, like I gotta move. I'm like trying to find a comfortable position. I'm just like, this is not it.
Luckily, I don't have a web camera now, so you can't see how I'm sitting. I'm like Smeagol
Anyway,
from Lord
I
of the
wanted
Rings.
to ask you, Aran, which webcam do you get? Do you got?
I think it was not it's not the one we were talking about, but it was like the one that's just like a little bit better.
Yeah,
I don't remember the name of
yeah.
it.
It's I think Logitech. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Logitech.
So,
But yeah.
okay, okay. Because
I do actually
believe it or not, I'm streaming. I'm using my phone as a webcam right now, so I need to get a webcam soon.
yeah,
really
I
soon.
got I probably spent more than I should have, but I got the Logitech Brio because it has like, supposed to
How,
be 4K, but that doesn't mean it's like,
how much do
you
you
know,
need to pay for a solid web camera, like 100, 150?
at least $100.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
one just
Yeah,
but
happened
that's
to be
great.
closer. This one just happened to be like closer to like 200, but not too bad. I think I got a good price for it off of like Amazon or something.
it looks great actually. So
Yeah, it looks really great.
Yeah, that's what I was going for. I was like, I don't need it to be a replacement for my other camera when I shoot videos, but I need it to be like if I stream or something, or if I'm like doing like a podcast or like a stream with somebody else. I want to at least I don't want to look like like if I turn off the lights in the room, I don't want to look like I'm all like pixely and stuff. So
Okay, but you have a really nice equipment for streaming because I saw you have a chroma. You have a chroma and you have
yeah, in the background there.
yeah, you have a good lights and the camera
The
you're using
lights are
for
technically
the videos are quite
yeah,
impressive. You show me.
yeah, the lights are technically not mine, so I can't take credit for them. They're like a friend. I'm just borrowing them, but
it's yours.
yeah.
Okay.
But anyway,
Anyway, guys,
yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If
thank you
you
for
were here
watching.
or
I
still
hope
here.
you enjoyed. We will keep tracking all the infos about Biomutant till the release, and after release we will definitely cover as much as we can. So if you're interested and you want to see our opinions on the game when the game comes out, make
Yeah,
sure you smash those subscribe and bell buttons on
yeah,
each
and
channel
also
because all three of us
yeah,
will cover the game in some point.
yeah. Also, go and harass THQ so we can get review codes. I'm
Yeah,
totally
spam,
kidding. Don't do
spam
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Tell
Don't
them.
I'm totally
And
kidding.
by
Don't
the
do that.
way, we got we the guy Relax with team commented earlier that he said I live near Experiment 101 main office. So bro,
Tell them to go get us a copy and
go
like, send
get
it to
us a
them.
copy definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much one more time,
All right.
and I will see you really soon.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Thanks.
Thanks,
See
guys.
ya.
Good night. See ya.
Night.
Oh, guys.